Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Liacouras Center here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where tonight we have Game 1 of our CBS doubleheader here on SimWorld TV as the #1 Duke Blue Devils come into town to face the Temple Owls. I'm B-Ron. Alongside me tonight is Maestro for the call, and Maestro, we're going to look at some of the Temple Owls coming onto the court here. We see AJ Frost and Angela Roman. They're two freshmen, they're big recruits that they got in recruiting, and they're going up against a pair of big recruits on the other side as well. Cooper Flagg and Victor Gospel, but also a very strong, very talented, a very hot Duke Blue Devils team. They have won 7 in a row coming into this game, and this is a big time test for the Temple Owls here in prime time.
Absolutely, and since we're in Philly, you know what I gotta say? Motown Philly back again. I'm sorry, okay, I'm back. I blanked out for a minute. And there's a basketball game out there. I'm sure I'll figure out who's playing in a minute. Okay, no, I'm good. No, absolutely. I can't wait to see. Listen, B-Ron, for me, it's all about those bigs, right? I want to see how our bigs from Victor Ilgauskas from on Duke's side, we know of his career so much that he did back in SimWorld Prep, going against the twin towers of Stellan Boonans and Taekwon Fulmer Jones. But if there's any big that can take 1-on-2, it's definitely the big machine from Lithuania, our dude. So let's just get it on. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, look, we've got a few first-round talents and in general future SWBA players in this game as well. He's on Temple side. You mentioned him earlier, Stellan Binns, 6'10", 225-pound senior. Now, we're going to do a quick break before tip-off, folks. Come right back. Here we go, tip-off time, and we're ready to get this game underway. The Liacouras Center is going to be getting loud here as Temple wins the tip-off. Temple last season went 17-13 last year. They did pretty well. They finished 6th in the American Conference. So far this season, they're 4-5, 2-3 in their last 5. And their last game was, oh my goodness, big block there from Victor Goff Lewis. Start there for the big fella. Open 3 in the corner. Good. Very quickly. Duke getting on the board, and that's what's going to be so dangerous about this Blue Devils team here tonight, Michael.
Absolutely. But something there, and I'll say this, nothing is going to, and as you see the driving to the hoop, to let you know right away, nothing about Duke is going to scare Temple. Why? Because they've been in every single game this year, no matter how you want to count it, and they are proving that they have already mentally tough to handle those close games, no matter who they're playing against.
Yeah, they've been in, like you said, been in every game except for one, Maestro, and that one was an 87-65 loss to Arkansas. That was probably their worst loss of the season so far.
That's right.
But yeah, they're very tested, and there's a foul on AJ Frost. And we had a good look at that across Goff's block a few minutes ago. That's how you set the tone defensively too, Maestro. I like that.
Absolutely. Right out the bat, right out the bucket, just say, look, we're going to get this. You're not going to like it, but I'm going to love it.
Exactly. And look, Maestro, let's talk keys to the game here for Duke. What you got for me?
Duke's going to have to play, I'm going to say this. Duke's going to have to make themselves a front runner. Why am I saying that? Because as we see the big skyhook in the middle, shares of jump off from the Lithuanian machine, Victor Ilgauskas. I'm sorry. I just stole all your thunder, and I'm going to take my medicine real quick, and that way I don't do that again.
No, you're fine. And there's Myron Galea scoring there for Temple. But go ahead, Maestro. Keys for Duke?
Yeah, so Duke's definitely have to play their game and become flank runners. And the reason I say that is they're going to have to find a way to get a safe distance away from Temple in order to give themselves an opportunity to play par ball. because Temple is the kind of team, they're feisty. I don't care that their record is 4-5. I don't care if their last 5 is 2-3. That doesn't matter. Why? Because Temple has shown you, with exception, thank you for correcting me on that. Thank you with the Arkansas game, that if they get on you, they're going to put you into a phone book and make the life nasty for you. And Duke does not want that, especially on the road here in the town of Philly, baby. The Philly sound, Patty LaBelle, everybody bringing it.
Yeah, there is a lot of things that Temple has to do in this one. But Maestro, we saw it earlier on the defensive end for Temple. But AJ Frost, he's gonna have the task of guarding Cooper Flagg tonight, and that is no easy feat. As no one has been able to limit him successfully for any kind of extended period of time this season. There's probably no surprise that he leads the team in scoring, right. 25.6 points per game, Maestro. He's far and away the leading scorer of this team. So much to the point that people like to eventually, or maybe not so much, call this team the Duke Cooper Flags, when really that's not the case.
Right. So, let's face it, Duke is really good at moving the ball, and we know Cooper Flagg is really good. Look at the Lithuanian machine.
Ilgauskas on the glass, doing what he does best, cleaning up the mess for his teammates, and sending the Blue Devil lead 11-6.
I see you out there. Big Vic. I know what you're doing. Giving Maestro a show. I love it. But the idea of Duke is really good at moving the ball, and Cooper Flagg is really good at taking advantage of weaknesses, as we've seen over and over and over again. And believe it or not, when you have a team that moves the ball the way Duke does, and you got a player like Cooper Flagg, it's a perfect mix.
Yeah, exactly. Three in the corner from Minor. Good. Jeremiah Minor in the corner, and that's what makes this Duke team so dangerous, Maestro. People can throw us like all they want to, but the fact is, this team has so many weapons that makes them extremely dangerous and so tough to game plan around. Because yes, Cooper Flagg important, sure, but Jeremiah Minor's a problem. Roger Little's a problem. Mario Duval's a problem. There's so many guys on the team who can score, and there's one from Temple. As Angela Roman knocking that one down.
And again, as you call it, when you can facilitate, everybody gets an opportunity at the right spot. You just got to be ready to respond. Ooh, little contested three there, in and out. But he didn't miss it in his mind. He made it.
Yeah, wide open now. Temple trying their luck, can't get it there. And what does Temple have to do, Maestro? They're outclassed in this one. This should be the game that Duke handles with ease. But as we said earlier, Temple play a lot of teams tough.
Yes,
what they have to do to hang into the game, number one. Number two, got to hit with the win.
So the primary thing you do when you know you're outclassed with somebody, I always give the track analogy of when back in the days when I used to run, and I knew I was in a race against a cat that I knew was better than me. As long as I could see the back, his number, as long as I could see his back, I knew I had a chance. That's what Temple has to do with Duke. They have to make sure that they're in that zone where they can see the back of those blue jerseys and know that we're right here, because we do know that Temple has the ability, as poor as their scoring might be, they have the ability to put on a heater at any given moment, and it might be a surprise if you're not expecting it.
Exactly, and that was the surprise, I'm sure, Kalea there. We're not expecting the line to be there. It's in the same spot every time. And turnover as a result, Duke's going to take over. We saw Roger Little scoring a live possession for Duke down the floor here. Little gives it to Ilgauskas, and Roman going to have his first personal foul called on him. Angela Roman coming over from Lakeshore Drive-In SimWorld Prep. And meanwhile, AJ Frost, member of the Philadelphia Elite in SimWorld Prep, and apparently a lot of the Philadelphia Elite players and Coach Reese Williams are also in the building tonight for this game and watching the Temple Owls play.
I'm going to make a lot of people mad. Look at Victor Galsis with the mid-range. I'm going to make a lot of people upset with this. I know everybody called the Garden the Mecca and blah, 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 all this other stuff. But when it comes to college ball, this is the Mecca right here. We're the same row. We have the La Cara Center We have the Palestra. We have all these other famous, historic Philadelphia college venues, from UPenn to Temple to Drexel, and we can just keep going on down the line, and they're all here within a 5-block radius of each other, 5 Philly blocks radius of each other, and man, I'm telling you, man, any given night you can have 2 or 3 games going on here, and this is like Mardi Gras.
Yeah, it's a really great atmosphere to be in for college basketball, Maestro, with the fanfare and the pageantry and all that goes into basketball, and especially in a place like this, Maestro. Similar to your college football towns or anything like that, exactly. Where it's big in those areas. But also you have to remember too that there's also a place where there's the SWBA, Sixers are in the same state, in the same state, same city. So it's all part of basketball culture in the area in general.
Absolutely, and I'll only say the only difference is with SWBA, they're about 7 miles away, going southwest of here, over by the river, where all of the pro stadiums are. But when you know College Town Central, right here, I'm telling you, fans, if you love college ball, if you love old school East Coast college ball, come up here and walk right up and down 16th right here, and you're going to see all those famous arenas when you go back and look in the day of the black and white film. And if you have not been in the Palestra, you have to get to the Palestra and see that old cow barn turn into a elite basketball center where some of the greats have played over the course of the year.
Yeah, it's a great action going on here. Jeremiah Minor is throwing us the heat check kind of shot. Here's another one for him. It's good! And that one, what a shot that was.
Contested but he never lost his cool, stayed on platform, and really good. I tell you, this is what Duke will need to do. You asked me about the clues earlier. Duke now, look at that defense right there, even on the great block on the perimeter.
That's Roderick Little getting the block on a Roman shot there. The layup pass to the corner. And one finds bottom. 10-point lead here.
That was the very first defensive misstep we've seen Duke make. They did not finish the rotation, left him alone, and he made them pay.
Couldn't make him pay there. And Robin lifting there was Duke. Going back up with it. Galea can't finish it there. Back up the other way with it. Here is Duke. Little. Over the Minor, wide open again. Another one gone. Jeremiah Minor is going.
Not give him that kind of space. I'm so sorry to step on your B-Ron. You cannot give him that kind of space. I apologize for that.
You can't. Give us some space, so we're going to take a quick break. Come right back, folks.
Mom gave you a whole bag of Doritos just because your fish died? Here, boy. I won't hurt you. Bath time.
Billy, are you sharing those Doritos like I asked you to?
He's okay.
Now we in our private jet with the candy with, and we gon' sit it sideways. Third coast, baby, we was born to parlay. Riding sideways, candy dripping wet, 360. Now we in our private jet with the candy with, and we gon' sit it sideways. Third coast, baby, we was born to parlay.
Born to parlay, now you know it G's. It's the hustler Sam Payne.
In the Mac KB.
Catch us all across the seas up on jet skis. It's a hit entertainment, it's off the heat. Not up on Twinkies, but on 22s. In a 745 BMW 2002. Who knew that this was a hit? Had to remix.
Welcome back, everyone. 29-17, Duke out in front. Thanks to Jeremiah Minor's huge part in this game. 16 points by so far in just 9 minutes played, too. That is an insane way to start a game.
He is bringing it and talking about efficiency and being on point. You cannot ask for anything better than that. That is just what you want to see happen. And he is making every shot count. And you know, if he gets his confidence going and they start leaking toward him, you know what that's going to mean, right? On the other side, what are we going to see? We're going to start seeing the kickouts, and other people such as Mr. Flag, Cooper Flag, is going to start getting it down.
Cyborg will definitely get going at some point, but for now he hasn't been needed that much. Jeremiah Minor been doing a lot of heavy lifting here for Duke, and I saw Coach Brooks Simpson in our live stream chat here say Flag is not the only good player on Duke, and we've been trying to tell people that for months now. But everyone keeps talking about Cooper Flag, which again, rightfully so. But again, no one's counting on this Duke team. You can't not overlook anybody. And Edison Sampaio for 3. God.
Yeah. I tell you, and see, now we're in that danger zone, B-Ron. We're in that danger zone where Duke's jerseys are getting a little bit small in the window as we're looking up. Temple's going to have to keep this in and around 10 points to make sure that they have a chance to step in the way they want to.
Yeah, this is what I was personally expecting coming into the game. I know there's a lot of people out there who want to see number 1 Duke go down and lose the game. I didn't think it was going to be this one. That 3 ball, though, does rattle home.
And you get an extra point, right? You get extra point when it touches all the rim, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, it's math. Don't argue with it.
Math, right? Yeah, exactly. You mentioned before, not a math guy. I'm not. Luckily, Maestro is here to help me out. That 3-pointer from Cooper Flag is good. Duke is going absolutely bananas starting this game off, Maestro.
They need to. I'm telling you, they're going to have to. What I said earlier. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Man, oh man. But yes, Maestro, they are going to have to give themselves a good, comfortable lead where, like you said, that they can become a trading baskets. And Jeremiah Minor, man, continuing to hit anything and everything he wants in this first half.
And it does not matter where he is on the floor. It does not matter where he is on the floor. And that's what you know, if he's going to be that comfortable, Temple's in for a very long and bad night. And the fact that they got such a strong start offensive output and defensive output from my man Victor, you know. Oh, Leonidas Papadopoulos, baby. Boom. Bring the 300, Leonidas. I'm sorry, B-Ron. I got to take my medicine. I got to take my medicine. I keep stepping on B-Ron. Everybody going to be yelling at me in the chat.
You are fine, man. As Duke takes themselves a timeout, 37-24. We're going to take a quick break ourselves, folks. We're going to stay here. And I did want to take a minute, Maestro, and just let's talk about Jeremiah Minor for a minute, because while he's gotten off to a great start, yes, he's known to be a bit of a shot chucker here in SimWorld, but it hasn't stopped him. But you know what also doesn't stop? Sports doesn't stop.
Thank you.
And we know you love sports, right? Because you're here with us, watching this game with us right here on SimWorld TV. And it's always better with a friend, too. So what I want you to do, help B-Ron out, help SimWorld out, help yourselves out, too. And tell a friend about the experience of what we're doing here in SimWorld. Because if you do, you get them to join as a coach, as a super fan. You're going to get 5,000 EMs. They're going to get 5,000 EMs as well. And we also want to do that live EM giveaway, folks. But we can only do that when we hit that 50 live concurrent viewers on the stream. And right now we're at 35, so we're very close to doing that giveaway. A little bit more people around these parts, and we'll be able to do that giveaway for y'all. So bring your people and get them watching this, and we'll give away some EMs to a lucky winner.
Bring your people, have your people bring their people. And if you got some people who don't like sports, all you gotta do is let Maestro know who it is. I'll put their body in my trunk and I'll lead the search for them.
Maestro, the words of Maestro are not the words of B-Ron or SimWorld TV or CBS, because as we know, Maestro, CBS cares.
CBS cares.
Trying to take there inside of Papadopoulos, could not get that one to go there. Sampaio again from the corner, that time unable to hit successfully. As we start to get into the thick of the first half here, under 10 minutes left, and rising up but getting rejected. Roderick Little getting up to block that one. And he's been a great defender for a long time, Maestro. Back to his ground zero days in SimWorld Prep. It's not surprised to see him make those kinds of plays. And seeing him be a first round projected pick in the FBA draft in the future, it's a good sign too.
And this is the kind of thing you want to see. As a matter of fact, when we always go back to our prep players, you know you have certain prep players that just do not give up on a play, right? You know, cats that you know you can always look at falling all the way through. You know, cats like Tony Henderson, cats like Kyle Killens. These guys, they stay in the play all the way to the end, and that's going to translate to their game as they come to the U, and they can really see how it pays off.
Yeah, exactly. And AJ Frost for Temple is another one of those guys who's a great defender, so they give you that as well. Well, Temple is the easy one right there. Those defense there, but that's one you got to find a way to finish. Kick out in the corner, not that time. Had the ball. Second chance bucket though, also no good.
Cannot be giving him second chance. Temple cannot afford to give Duke second and third chances. Those mistakes are only going to happen rarely when they're going to miss that many in a row. And oh my goodness.
It's another block from Roderick Little. He heads to the corner, freaking down there. Doesn't get the ball his way though. As Flag gives a screen to Minor. That one no good.
Listen. You have to commit all the way through. You cannot have mental lapses at the end like that. It's against either one of these teams because they're both playing at high tempo. I know the score doesn't.
Leonidas Papadopoulos. Hang on, my friend. Oh my goodness.
Leonidas and the 300 assume the mountain of Thermopylae.
Another phenomenal finish. Papadopoulos doing his job, and now look at this. Working him all the way down inside there is Mario Duval. And Papadopoulos going to get called for the reach-in here. On Aria Ricardo.
Was that a phantom reach-in? Did I miss something? Do I need to take more pills? B-Ron, help a brother out. I don't think I saw it, man.
Look, I don't know, man. But that shot from Ricardo did not go there. Other way, Ricardo with the defense, but second chance on the follow. Dylan Bin.
Look at that.
That is exactly what you want to see. Guys following the shots, Maestro is huge, and the senior connected there, and there's Duval, former AT alien, getting that one to go.
We saw the potential. We saw what these young athletes were able to do at the prep level. Watching the transfer here to SWU, and with the wealth of talent we have coming up from SimWorld Prep. You know, I love my prep. I can't even wait to see more of them here in the U.
Can't wait. As that one from Flag Gospel is able to go, but he does get a second chance opportunity and makes the most of it there. 45-28, 4:55 left here in the first half of play.
Right, was Victor getting a little freaky dinky underneath that with a reverse?
Sure was.
Man, been watching some video.
Sure was.
That's way to play. Leonidas and the 300 stood against the Persian army of a million.
Papadopoulos continues. Having some productive first half here. And his time off the bench. Duval on the inside. Can't get that one. Bins on the rebound. Hands it over to Papadopoulos here. Being guarded by Ogoskis. Bins has it. Fading jumper on Duval. Good. On the way back in this one. Slowly but surely are the Owls. But hang on. He's up. And throwing it down.
Late rotation made him pay.
Made him pay indeed, Maestro. Man. A finish there. Bins, defended by Ogoskis. Pass does get picked off. Going the other way with it there. Pass to the corner for Scoochie Nelson. Good for three. Scoochie Nelson connecting in front of three. And Temple going to call him for the timeout as Duke put up 50 points in the first half. Here's a quick break, folks. Come right back.
I've invited Pedro over.
Pedro, my man!
We need to talk about something.
Great. Let's talk. What's new, Pedro?
Look, Tim, for the past 12 years, Pedro and I have been having an affair.
What? I did not see that coming. At all. Pedro Jr., go to your room. Don't make that face. And take that ridiculous shirt off. Daddy loves you. Sorry, what were you talking about?
Welcome back, everyone. 50-32. Duke has the commanding lead, and this the danger of Maestro. This team does a lot of things well, and they shoot the ball extremely well in the process, and they are right around their percentage on the season. Right, well over it right now, well over it. 50% from the field, 52% from deep, Maestro. This is a fan performance on the Blue Devil offense.
And what are they doing? Temple, on the other hand, are shooting 20 percentage points less from the field and 100 percentage points less from the three. And what does that tell you? That's why we got the score that we got. Temple has to find a way to make one more bucket for every three possessions and also hold Duke to making one less bucket for every three possessions to give themselves a real chance to color back up in this game.
Yeah, we'll see if they can start that process here. That's a good start. As the mid-range jumper goes. As Valea checks back in and immediately makes his presence felt. And this is a team, Michael, that is led by their seniors, Myron Valea and Kellen Bins. For all the talk of their freshman AJ Paul Angela Roman. We remember that this is SimWorld Hoops. This is a college game. These kids are playing maximum 4 years here. So a lot of these kids are getting those kind of opportunities, and Bins and Valea are leaders of this Temple team.
And when you have senior leadership, there's a comfortability there. The game is slower for you. There's an idea of, we've seen this already for the last 3 years, and guess what that means? That means everybody gets a chance to take advantage of the game being slowed down.
Right, exactly. As Sampaio got the block on Valea their last possession down. The Duke has ball as a result. Now, Nelson being guarded by Papadopoulos here. Now the switch. Nelson fires. Can't get it to go. That was a questionable switch, but Cooper can pay. Valleja trying to on the other end. Can't do it there as Sampaio grabs a rebound. Also another one of those SimWorld prep players. Plays for SimWorld South America. Memory serves correct. So I'm getting my South America team mixed up. One of the two Latin America, South America.
Yeah.
Refresh the old real memory bank. Blue Devils ball as Valleja turns the ball over, and real quick, shout out to all the 41 people we have watching the stream here tonight. Some of you are new, thank you for joining us here for the very first time. Appreciate you all checking us out, and we'll continue to give you good content as this game rolls on here. Sampaio on his hands, gonna attack the rim, underhook layup, gets it to go. Adelson Sampaio extending this lead to 20 points, Maestro.
Look at you doing math. So proud of you. And you know, Tony, don't worry about it. You know what? I might be on probation, but I got a couple of safe houses. Look, here's the whole idea. This is playing right into Duke's hand right now, because what it is, they can actually do tempo, switch up, and then get that outside, inside rebound, make it pay right. Okay, fine. But what just happened? Time came off the clock. Maintaining that 20-point lead, Duke can now do par ball the rest of the way. We know they have the guns to do it, and this plays in their favor. Temple has to find a way to climb this mountain, B-Ron.
Yeah, exactly, and this is the problem. This is the difference in talent level that you're going to see at the college level, especially. Yes, everyone on the team is talented in their own right, but there is a level of talent from a Duke, Alabama, Kentucky that we're seeing tonight versus a school like Temple, and you're seeing it here on full display.
Absolutely. And, you know, if Temple's not careful, just going to say it, you know, if Temple's not careful, soon they're not going to be able to see those blue jerseys in front of them and be able to put on a run that's going to matter, and then it's going to get really dangerous for them.
Yeah, they'll be too far over the horizon at that point because the earth is, in fact, around.
Yes, it is.
Valleja does get his first free throw to go there.
Such as the deep cut V-necks in the back of the line is very good. Thank you so much for that great look. And also the tank top is nice too. Thank you very much.
Always looking out for those, Maestro. I know you got your eyes in multiple places.
Yes,
Cooper
sir.
Flag checking back in here for the last 38 seconds here of the first half of play. Valleja on the season a 58% free throw shooter. And he does get them both at the line. That's a good sign, at least, if you're Valleja and the Owls. Because even though you're trailing Maestro, those free throws, those points still matter in the grand scheme of things. No matter how you get them. As Flag gives a screen. And that shot does, in fact, go from DeMario Duval. The Georgia native. Yeah, yes, Maestro. Yes, a lot of weapons. Been trying to tell people that, like I said. As we wrap up the first half of play here, Temple going to hold for the final shot. Papadopoulos has it. Valleja coming off a screen. Papadopoulos takes it and can't make it. So that's how the first half ends with a 20-point Blue Devil lead, 56-36. Alright, so let's get into halftime here and our conversation here. Duke has come out and they've kind of done what at least I expected them to do. Yes. Dominate and stay the course of what you expect from a Duke team in the first half play.
Yeah, and I didn't think it would be this way. So I'm never going to talk about Duke. Duke is your party. I'm going to I want to bring Temple into the bench. Come on, sit on Maestro's lap and let me talk to you for a minute. Here's what you got to do. You got to grab Duke by the front of their jerseys, pull them into that phone booth, and you need to make them feel like they are fighting a freaking cobra. You need to make sure that everything is contested, every pass, every shot, everything. You need to come in there with an attitude. Go for some fouls. Put yourself in a position to turn this game over. Otherwise, they're going to run away from you.
And we'll see what changes are made by Adam Fisher and the Owls. Second half action. Come at you, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Second half action getting ready to start. And I know we're on CBS, but let's see if they care about old B-Ron, because it's time to put those deuces up, folks. Second half action get ready to start here. And look at that, they do care. CBS, in fact, does care about B-Ron. It's so nice. 56-36. Duke out in front here. And it's been a dominant performance from the #1 team in the nation, as I expected to see coming into this one. And Tone's had a real hard time, and it's going to continue as Jeremiah Minor has been the leading scorer for the Owls. It has, for the Blue Devils rather, not been Cooper Flagg. It's been Jeremiah Minor, and there's Roderick Little connecting from deep. He had himself a pretty good first half as well.
Yes.
Doing a bit of everything, and he just earned his 8th point of the game.
You look at the way Duke is scoring here, with, as you just pointed out, Jeremiah Minor leading the way with 18 points, and on down the line. Look at the reality of this here. Everybody's eyes is on one side of the floor. Guess what? All the Dukes will ever see them from the other side of the floor. And what Temple has not done is they haven't taken control of this game. And sometimes I know this is the coach trying to come out of me. Sometimes it's not about the X's and O's, but about putting your fist in the face of the Joes. Making sure that, listen, we're going to play this game this way because you've been doing this and you're killing us. So what do we need to do? We need to change it up. Sometimes you got to add some cheese to the omelet. You know what I'm saying?
Cheese and omelet's very good. I mess with that. I mess with that, Maestro. I mess with that. Look, that illegal screen there from Selling Bins was a very interesting call there. I don't agree with it personally. I thought it was a pretty good screen. Right. You gotta find, and that's a smart way to get your teammate open too. Just didn't end up working out that way.
But you know, if you're playing ugly, you know the refs are humans too. Okay, you're gonna play ugly, you're gonna get ugly, and you're not gonna get anything if you're playing ugly because you haven't proven anything.
Very true. Very true. You gotta earn it, right? And right now, Temple hasn't earned the ability to get away with those kind of things. It's Jeremiah Minor being guarded by Villarreal there. And he doesn't get that mid-range number to fall. Maybe that's a sign he's cooling down here in the second half. Temple will be happy about that if that's the case, because he was on fire in the first half, especially if no one else gets going in the second half for Duke. But I don't see that. That's very long. And there's a block from Victorazo Gaskis. That's, I believe, his second of the game so far. Third, maybe. As Little gets rejected, but there's a foul on Gates.
I'll take that. I'll take that foul. I'll take that foul. It's like, no, you're not. That was a no, you're not foul. I'm sorry, but I cut you off, brother.
No, you're fine.
Listen, a statement has to be made for us to turn this around. It is past being ugly at this particular point, right? You need to show these fans here, these Temple fans, they know ball. And listen, I don't care if Duke came in here as the #1 team in the entirety of the known universe and unknown universes across Marvel and DC Comics. You need to give them a game right here. They're in your house. You make them take off their shoes. You make them hang up their jacket. You make them do what you got. It's your house. Act like it. Whatever you got to do, you need to act like it. I'd rather see, if you're going to get blown out, at least give me some fight when you're getting blown out. You might actually score a few buckets. I'm just saying. And oh, by the way, and I'm going to say this one more time, I'm about to get up. I know. No, P-Ron's got to hold me down. Yes,
another big block from Victor Gaskis. Go ahead, Mike. Finish your thought.
Yeah, Victor's getting it done for us, boo. Here's the deal. You have got to get more than 3 jerseys going to the boards on both sides, because you need to limit Duke to one shot. You need to give yourself more than one. And you can't do that if you're going to stand around and watch it like it's a movie. This is not Netflix. This is not the box thing that you put the credit card in and it spits out a movie. You got to bring it back in a week. You got to come now.
That's Maestro. It's weird. It's weird. I'm going to say it's really weird. I'm going to say this right now. But it's to the point now that red box to me, you mentioned that, is a throwback to me. That's wild that we're in this time period of life now that red box is now, oh, that's a throwback.
I'm gonna show you my Blockbuster. I'm gonna show you my Blockbuster card. That's still got
Blockbuster throwback too. Absolutely, I was around for those days too. Just love going there on Fridays after school or whatever. Well, look, Temple's not having a good time right now at all. They're trying to find themselves back on track here. And, you know, Maestro, we've seen a lot of good things from Duke defensively in particular, and I think that is one of those areas where I think that they go unnoticed sometimes because of how strong their offense is. And look at the spin move from Valela there. Man, what a move. But no, Maestro. Duke's defensive game between Roderick Little and Victor Osvaldaskis, those two in particular, I think a lot of that goes unnoticed at times because of how strong their offense is. And Osvaldaskis on the glass, getting 2 more points for the Blue Devils there.
Okay. B-Ron, I'm going to take another pill. Hold up, we got a timeout.
Sure do. Sure do.
Lord mercy. First, okay, we're coming up next. Everybody, thank you for hanging out with us. But you know, we got Texas Tech at UNLV. Boy, it's going to be what is happening in Vegas. SimWorld won't let me go there again. There's still issues to be settled from the last time they let me go to Vegas, but we can't talk about that just yet. So it's going to be a great game coming up for us here later tonight. And SimWorld UTV for your boo. So here's the deal. And straight up, first of all, I'm going to take you to I'm going to take you to the China Kingdom to get you a Phoenix roll after the game is over tonight, because we're going to have to talk about a lot of stuff. First thing we got to talk about, B-Ron, the first thing we got to talk about is Temple has 15 minutes to put the cleats on the ground and start grinding out some points. And by grinding out points, that means stopping Duke. That means you have to make it ugly on both ends. Everybody needs to hit the board. Listen, if you lose by 80 or lose by 50, it's still a loss. So what do? Send everybody to the boards. Give yourself a chance for the rebound. Give yourself a chance to get the ball back. Give yourself a chance to put it up. Don't just stand there. I'm not seeing movement on Temple's side. I'm seeing bad spacing, and I know they're not coached that way. I don't know if maybe the number 1 in front of Duke's name has kind of made it kind of big for them. I don't know if the fact that Gauskas just made that statement at the start of the game with blocks and getting points to show them, hey, look, even a Kareem Scott hook that made me shout out loud like I was in church with the Holy Ghost. I don't know what went down, but they need to shake it off. They need to find some kind of way to do the Taylor Swift and shake it off, and bring it back.
Yeah, I gotta find some way to do it, and right now they're having a hard time doing that. And I think that a big part of that is just really this Duke defense. There's another 3 from Minor. That one unable to fall there for him. And I think that we look at some of the guys like your Roderick Littles and Cooper Flags and Victor Osvaldaskis, and right there we got a good look at the senior guard there, Myron Valela there, and there's a foul on the play. Valela going to commit his first of the game here. So we'll see Jeremiah Minor go to the free throw line here for the Blue Devils, and Minor, he's a really good. He's shown all his skills pretty much tonight, Maestro. He's really good at creating his own shot. And when he does, he's a good jump shooter. We've seen that as well. And he also uses his handles and quickness to make his speed and make all those 2 previous skills come together in a nice little package. And it's the reason why he is right now projected to go second round, but could go a little higher than that. Potentially can move up into that first round range.
He has that game that you talk about where he can expand his area of destruction or his ability to score anywhere on the floor, as he did. We saw him knock down those threes early, then we saw him move into a midi, then we saw him drive in, we saw him get the rebound and put it back. We just saw that he went in and moved into traffic. When you have a player that can do that, I know everybody talks about number 2 for Duke, and I'm going to go on and say his name because I haven't really said his name tonight. I've been leaving that to you, Cooper Flag. But when you look at you look at a player like Jeremiah Minor, right? Look at a player that can be active with or without the ball, make his own shot, but be a good receiver and a facilitator and score from so many different parts of the floor. You can look over that other side at number 2 all you want to. Guess what, baby? I'm going to do what I got to do. And guess what? You're not even going to know about it till it's over.
Yeah, no. It's to be too late at that point in time because the ball's in the basket and there's looking at points on the board. There's Minor with the quick pass inside to Little, using his body to block off his defender and putting 2 more on the board for the Blue Devils. It's a great pass from Jeremiah Minor too,
Yes, it was. Look, facilitation is the key. If you learn to pass well, for everybody out there, if you learn to pass well and move without the ball, you have no idea how many more points you can give yourself a game instead of waiting for the game to come to you. I'm just saying, just trust an old guy. Just trust an old guy one time.
Now Cooper Flag with the hop step on the interior, and he's scoring more points. He hasn't had the biggest of nights, but again, he hasn't needed to.
Right.
Now those are just his 9th points of the game, Maestro.
Can I say this? There's this sort of shadow expectation of a player like player like Cooper Flag, like, oh, he's gonna, and then you fill in the blank, right?
Right.
But then you get a player like Jeremiah Minor that we're just talking about, who has been producing on every level and every part of the game tonight, and is doing, and then you find yourself going, oh wow, I didn't know he had that. I didn't know he had that.
Right. And the thing about Minor is, too, for all of that, he has always been an aggressive player with the ball in his hands. He's going to want to get his shot off wherever he can. And tonight, there have been nights where he's done that, and it's been to his detriment. But tonight has been the complete opposite of that. He has used his aggressiveness to his full advantage. And that's a big reason why he's the leading scorer for Blue Devils here tonight. And again, while you're all here watching us here on SimWorld TV, through CBS, hit the like button on the stream if you haven't already. Continue communicating in live chat with us, with all our other community members here, and most importantly, share the stream around to people who might want to know if something exists, if something like this exists. So that's how you get them involved. And did I hit it right? We have 55 viewers. 42.
8 away from a giveaway. 8 away from a giveaway. Come
8
on,
away from a giveaway. You're so close. This next Saturday, though, the Big Apple Classic is gonna go down in New York. I might be able to get to that one. We'll see what happens. Busy guy up here these days is in SimWorld U stuff. Well, I might be able to get on up there for the Big Apple Classic.
Come on.
That's going to be fun, though. A lot of good teams in that tournament. The North are going to be in there. Beat City East will be in there.
You can crash with me. I already got a suite. Come on,
man.
crash with me. I got you. I got you.
I may have to make an appearance then, just for that reason alone, Maestro. Off the glass with the kiss. It's Cooper Flag.
30 points. You called this earlier. I'm going to give you your flowers right here. You talked about what Duke was going to be able to do, how they're going to come out, and what type of team they were to be able to put a lead. And I stood up against you. I bumped up chest against you. Said, "Oh, I don't think so, homie." And you're right. I'm got to give you your credit, because I'm still waiting to see movement. I'm still seeing them to wake up. And oh, by the way, the Temple fans here are letting them know. Listen, we need to see something.
Yeah, they're not happy at all right now. As Duke once again right to the rack, scoring on that one. I believe that was Aria Ricardo who did score on that time. And foul and one.
Maybe that'll get it going.
Leonidas Papadopoulos.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Finishing that one. Sawyer Sutphin has a foul called on him.
So
Sutphin is a sophomore. This is here at 6'8", 185. Papadopoulos, one of the freshmen here on this Temple Owl squad. Papadopoulos from Greece. He played for SimWorld Europe, if memory serves correctly, for a brief time there.
And
go ahead, Maestro.
I was thinking someone was beyond the arc, and I apologize. I bounced on that. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're all good. Oh! Roderick Little saying, I can dunk and drive and slash too. I'm not just a defender. I can score with the best of them, and he's proven it here tonight. 77-46 now. Stellan Binns with the ball. Back to Papadopoulos. It's a screen. Luz gets back the ball, and another one. Another and one for Leonidas Papadopoulos.
Leonidas and the Brave 300.
That one also on Sutphin. His second. as we'll see him exit. And Flag is going to exit the game as well.
There's a storm.
Addison Sampaio checks back in.
And it was King Leonidas that invited it.
King Leonidas himself. Papadopoulos does get the free throw. No, they're trying to claw their way back into so much, but they still still has a lot of ground to make up for sure.
Yeah.
Little under 11 minutes left in my. We got some updates here around.
You gonna talk about it? You gonna talk about it?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah. So Miami had a really great game against Harvard tonight. Only problem was they lost. They lost by 1 point to the Harvard Crimson Tide.
What does that tell you? What does that tell you? You got to be in every play. You got to be in every possession.
Yeah, the thing that surprised me about that one in particular, Macklin Mighty, second half point, really came up in the second half. He had 14 of his 16 points in the second half of that game.
When you are in every play, you give yourself an opportunity to do what? Make something positive happen. And guess what? If you don't think that Miami is going to go back and look at this tape, because I will, and I'm telling you, you know me, you know what I would do? I would make every player, I would give every player a fresh notebook and make them scout every single play, make them chart every single play, so they can go back and they can look and see, okay, where do we give up that point? Because I bet you it's going to be about 24 possessions where they gave up those points, and I would make them live in it all night long. But you know what the best sports experience, the best role play experience is in the entire universe? You know where it is when you look it up? You know where it is. Tell everybody about it.
It's right here in SimWorld. SimWorld Sports, SimWorld Hoops. This is the best sports role play experience in the entire world, folks. Nowhere else can you get the top-notch presentation, the top-notch community, the top-notch interaction. How many times can I say top-notch in this single sentence? Don't worry about that. Worry about getting involved here with us in SimWorld and being a part of this SimWorld Hoops experience. All free of charge, I might add.
You know, I'm reading the flow of that game. Miami at one point had a double-digit lead, and those brainiacs from Harvard, those guys, of all the people, Harvard, you know I'm a Princeton guy, right? Harvard, whatever. If they came back and beat you, you might as well go on and turn in your jerseys. No, okay, I'm just playing. No, I'm not. Maybe I am.
Well, look, Roderick Little for Duke. We mentioned him earlier. Yeah, Jeremiah Minan has had himself a great day, but Roderick Little, I think, has been one of those glue guys on both sides of the ball, really. Right now, he's sitting here, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and 3 blocks as well. He's done a little bit of everything, and most importantly, Maestro, he's taking care of basketball. No turnovers at all.
There you go.
The only player to commit a turnover tonight for Duke, for that matter, Victor Osel-Gospel, the only player on Duke to have a turnover. They've won turnover the entire game.
I'll take one from him. The way he's been active, I'll take one from him.
Yeah, so this is what happens when a team is just on another level and everything is going their way on both sides of the basketball. You get a game like this. As Binns tries his luck there and comes up empty that time. 9 minutes left here in this one. Scoochie Nelson gonna go into contact, get the foul called on Crimson Mosby. That's a great name there. As Scoochie Nelson will go to the free throw line.
Scoochie, my cousin Day Day, and Ray Ray now. But Roderick Little, not just a player of the game, he's a maestro, got a maestro dirty going on, boo.
Yeah, he's having himself a phenomenal game. Scoochie Nelson also doing his part as well. That gives him 4 points on the night. 4 rebounds and 3 assists from him so far in this one.
B-Ron, I got to get in your business for a minute. Did your coaches ever let you sit with your back against the back of the chair?
Back against the back of the chair?
Right. Yeah.
We
exactly.
we had bleachers, so we were
Yeah.
there were no back support.
when we had chairs, one player, I'll never forget this. One player, my freshman year, sat back. I think it was a senior, sat back in the middle of the game. You know what coach did? Broke off the back of the chairs. He said nobody else is going to sit with their back to the chair.
No way, getting too relaxed, yeah.
Yep.
And Ricardo going to commit his first foul of the game here. And the pace has slowed down a little bit. Feels like it anyway.
Yeah.
Just me seeing things here as Leonidas Papadopoulos is going to go back to the free throw line for the Owls here.
Well, I done broke my glasses, so I you know. But as as the audience can tell, I've calmed down. I took maybe more meds than I should have. I'm not gonna yell over B-Ron anymore, y'all. So y'all don't have to be mad at me for that. The idea here for Duke is let's get out here with nobody getting hurt. And I know, okay, I know. I see you looking at me. I can tell by the heat on the side of my face. You're looking at me here, saying that you know what? It's 8 minutes left. Yes, it is 8 minutes left. But what about Temple's game has shown you that they can do enough stop and go in order to get themselves back in this game? And if you give me one thing, I'll buy an extra Phoenix roll tonight after you get out of here.
Ooh, that's a tempting offer, myself. I'll have to work on something for you then. I gotta work on something for you. You know me, I'm a positive Pete. So I'll still have to find for you. That's not gonna help though, I'll tell you that much. Gucci Nelson throwing up alley-oop passes. I believe that was to DeMario Duval. One on the receiving end of that one, and that's a great connection there.
Yeah.
Love to see Duval getting himself involved as well. And I would have thought that he would have ended up going somewhere else, Maestro, because I could see him being a Duke Blue Devil, but I thought he would have maybe stayed in Georgia and went to one of those Georgia schools, either Georgia or Georgia Tech, who by the way, Georgia Tech playing really good this season, and they are on a 6-game win streak. They'll have a chance to extend it to 7 games. And there's a big block from Stellan Binns from Temple. Papadopoulos with it, gets a screen from Binns, and inside off the glass there. Can't get it to go there.
And again, no one crashing the boards to make sure we keep the possession. Those are the things, B-Ron. I know I keep saying it, and you keep squeezing my leg, telling me to be quiet. And you're right. You're absolutely right. But those are the things. Those are the things that make a difference between being able to stay in the game or get back in the game. You can't put up a shot and no one goes to rebound. The ball is what's okay. I'm gonna double check the rule book real quick. Okay, yes, you do need the ball to score. okay, good. Okay,
that's true. That is true. You do still need the ball to score. And Maestro, back when I used to play a lot more of SWBA 2K, one of my strategies was always to put that crash the board setting on aggressive or whatever it was, because that I knew was something that I wanted to do, was to have multiple guys going to grab rebounds, because that allowed me to get more shots at the basket. I was always doing that. I was crashing them all game. I'm up by 50 points. I don't care. I'm crashing the board all game. We're going to take another quick break, though. Come right back, folks.
Hey, who's this?
Oh, that's Kyle. He aced his 5th grade geography class.
Huh.
You see, now that we're using FedEx to ship globally, I have to learn all the countries again, so I brought in Kyle as a consultant. Did you know that we have customers in Czechoslovakia?
Actually, it's called the Czech Republic.
Yes, Kyle. You are a lifesaver. And without Kyle, I never would have heard of that new country called Buttheadistan.
We understand you want to grow internationally. FedEx serves over 220 countries and territories.
Welcome back, everyone. 88-55 here. Duke closing in on their 10th victory of the season. And we had a minute to take a look at some of the comments here in our chat here. And I want to just quickly shout out Coach Brian Lovelace, our Zombie Stars. Talk about Temple's TV equipment. It's from 2000, according to Coach Brian Lovelace. That made me laugh.
Yeah, I know, because I still have a TV with a tube in the back, and it's like, 5 feet by 5 feet. It's a big old box on the floor. But that's okay, though. I thought we were cool. I see we're not. It's all right. I'm going to block this number now.
Hey, look, man, it's all right, man. Look, Temple's been struggling tonight. We talk about efficiency, Maestro, a lot in basketball. Be it, players, shooting nights, and that kind of thing. If a guy goes, 7 for 10 and only scored 2 points or whatever, you might have something to say about that. But let's start with Duke first. Duke has shot so far in this game 54% from the field, 47% from deep. Temple on the other side of that, 35% from the field, and 26% from deep.
Yeah, which means you probably shouldn't have.
Is it good defense from Duke? Is it bad offense from Temple? Is it a bit of both? What do we think it is, my friend?
First of all, we saw the block. It's great. It's great defense, not good defense from Duke. It's been great defense for Duke. And on the other side, I'm just going to say it. When you're limiting yourself to one shot because no one's making the effort to offensive rebound, you're basically saying, okay, we took our shot. Now we're just going to the other side of the court and wait for you to take your shot. You're asking for it. You're asking for it. So good defense and no effort to rebound is just a bad combination of things, man.
Yes, it is. Bad combination. We're seeing it here. Quick D to the rack there. Couldn't get it, but they'll get another chance here. This is their third crack at it here on the possession.
Third crack at it? What?
Hey, it don't matter. It don't matter. Third time, not the charm for the Owls there. As we're seeing some empty seats as people are starting to leave the arena here as Mario Duval hits a mid-range jumper. 90 points for the Blue Devils. They got 5 minutes to crack 100. See if they can do it.
Yeah. Well, we've had this conversation before. But first of all, I don't mean to be rude, but I was looking around to see if I saw Coach Assad Drayton here because if he was here, it's going to go into 9 overtimes. I don't see him anywhere in the stands, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good on that front. I don't think we'll be getting in a overtime game tonight. I thought we might see another alley-oop there between Sampaio and Duval. Instead, a whole lot of nothing on that one as that did not hook up. That's a tough shot. It's scooching up on the glass.
Okay, B-Ron, what's the first rule? If you got 2 people on you, what does that mean?
Somebody else is open.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my goodness. Come. Okay, I'm going to stop.
Somebody else is open.
I'm going to stop.
Hey, look, I may not have been good enough, Maestro, at basketball, but I know enough to know that, hey, it's 5 on 5. If there's 2 people on me, I don't know why it happened, but if there were people on me, somebody else is open. I got to find whoever it is to get them the ball immediately.
B-Ron out assigned you any day of the week, brother.
He's a scrappy defender with the goggles on, but and I could pass. Don't have to do much else though, and I was fast. Don't have to do much else though. Shooting was not my forte, Maestro. Had a fun looking jumper.
You know my rule. I want to take a charge every day, every second, every moment.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that, Maestro. We need more guys like you out there on the court. As we see a illegal screen there.
Yeah.
On McCray, and Temple's gonna take back possession here. And go ahead, Mike.
So what is the most chances though causing illegal screen? That means you weren't set in the play. Oh, good finish down low there, as we've been saying all night. You weren't set in the play. You didn't follow your principles, and somebody moved in the direction that they should not have moved instead of holding still. That means you're not in sync. That's the most time when you see illegal screens, and that was our 4th one tonight, if I believe, if I charted them correctly. That means they're just completely out there. I mean, everything is just cattywampus in the Temple's playbook right now, where nobody's in sync.
Yeah, a little bit out of sorts here for Temple. Really for majority of the game. At one point, it looked like this may have turned into something, but the talent disparity of Duke to Temple just really took over, and this ended up being what I kind of thought it was going to be leading up to it as I was looking ahead to it this week and preparing for it. And seeing all the talk about it on social media, a lot of people were obviously rooting for Temple to win, which I totally understand that. If anytime you can see number one go down, especially a team like Duke, as a Maryland fan, has dealt with them for years in the ACC, always want to see them lose, but you have to be realistic at times and look at what it is. And in my opinion, it would have taken a miracle game for Temple to win this one, and that's fine. I'd have cheered for it if it happened, but it's not.
And I'll say something. If you go back and just quickly looking at their stats, if they would have made half the shots they missed, they would still be down by 10 right now. So it just shows you that even if their shooting percentage was better, that how much more they would have had to have done on the defensive side to make sure that they were in the game. That's and they're number one. Duke is number one in the country for a reason, right? I mean, they are who they are. Got to give them that respect. But when you see a team like Temple, and I know it's my bias coming out, when I see a team like Temple that has played the way they've played, I at least wanted more fight. And maybe that's just me being me, and I respect that. And everybody can call me out on that. But I just thought that it was good, especially at home here in Philly on a Friday night. I know it's Tuesday. On a Friday night, it's always Friday night in Philly, and doing what you do.
And again, Maestro, we talked about it earlier. This Owls team, they've played a lot of good competition to start the season, and they've played them pretty well. Besides the Arkansas loss, they have played a lot of teams either close or close enough to where you could say if a few different things went differently, this could have we could have won this game. You look at the team they played so far. Kansas State, South Carolina, North Carolina, Ole Miss, Arkansas, Auburn, Utah, and Texas A&M. All of these teams, besides I think Kansas State and South Carolina, have been ranked at some point, or currently are ranked now in the top 25.
Right. And I was hanging my hat on that. I'm just gonna be very truthful with you. I was hanging my hat on performance. You know me. I'm not about the stats. I want to know how those stats came about, but I also want to look at the performance. That's going to tell me more about who and what you are than just looking at cold numbers. Ooh, look at that defense there. At least Temple's playing some defense. Thank you. Don't bring no juice to a gin party. I said it. They don't deserve it, but I said it anyway. And guess what? Your juice got put back in your gin.
We got that one out for sure. 45 seconds left in this one. Temple gonna get their 61st.
Now we're gonna
game.
Now we're warning.
Now we can start the warnings now, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us because we got one more game coming up after this one here on SimWorld TV. Again, it is UNLV, and they're playing a home game against the Texas Tech Red Raiders. I believe this will be the first time we're seeing the Red Raiders on SimWorld TV or CBS this season. UNLV, number 24 ranked in the nation now. After their they had an overtime win, double OT win over Arkansas to end their week.
That's right.
Last week.
Nothing like. And I have a feeling that game, and I hope I didn't give them the mush, but that game feel like it's going to be up and down.
Hey, we'll see. We're getting very close to getting that one going here. The final few seconds to take off the clock here in this one. Duke is going to walk away victorious, 92-61, going to 10-1 on the season, and 8 games in a row winners are the Blue Devils. Temple falls to 4-6 now. 2 in a row losers. We'll see you for game 2 here on SimWorld TV, simulcast on CBS. For Maestro, I'm Veron. We'll see you in game 2.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Wesley, and I recently joined SimWorld Hoops. If you love hoops as much as you love art, you've got to check out SimWorld Hoops at discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops. It is the ultimate virtual basketball experience. It's not like a regular game. It's like stepping into your own world. Whether you play or you're just a fan, it's time to see the game, be the game. Don't forget to check me out on social media at It's Jasmine Wesley.
Ha pasado mucho tiempo, tengo amores esperando mi regreso. Estoy cansada de decirles que lo siento, en mi futuro ustedes no los veo. Ya me acostumbré a estar sola. I found happiness en el mar y las olas. I refuse to settle, even if it meant that I'd be alone forever. Pero tú me enseñaste que el sexo no debe ser la única pasión en una relación, que soy linda con make-up on, también natural como soy, como soy. Me enseñaste que los sentimientos que se siente uno al otro pueden ser mutuos. Me enseñaste que el amor debe sentirse como el amor. Disculpa, baby, espero que yo no te ofendo. I'ma be honest, never felt this kind of love before, todo nuevo. I like keeping the surface a really good way to keep 'em. So when you dove deep, it made me think that I would lose us. Ya me acostumbré a estar sola. I found happiness en el mar y las olas. I refuse to settle, even if it meant that I'd be alone forever. Pero tú me enseñaste que el sexo no debe ser la única pasión en una relación, que soy linda con make-up on, también natural como soy, como soy. Me enseñaste que los sentimientos que se siente uno al otro pueden ser mutuos. Me enseñaste que el amor debe sentirse como el amor.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
It's a place where average Joe can work on his craft and grow. Say you the new magic, yo. Well, why you ain't passing though? Better get you a basket, bro. Cause this ain't no Madden, no. This is real ball life from prep to pro. Gamma Park, this ain't no fashion show. It's the opportunity for you to be the one to shoot the three. In the clip, game on the line. They like, who is he? Must be the 2-3 or 2-4. The one twice. Coach saying do more. Scouts like that boy nice. Drive up the price. Push up the stock. Build up your name. Yeah, stir up the pot. Piss off the eye. As a player or a coach, here it is, dog. SimWorld. This is your shot.
Yo, yells.
SimWorld.
You know your boy gotta get some of this, right?
SimWorld.
Rick Blaze.
SimWorld.
Ladies love. Let's go.
I be on some ballers. Trying to get my hands on a scholarship. Pretty young thing already knew my name. Said she wanna try out on a scholarship. Hold up, let me PG it. Porn go past, but you know I'm gon' do it. Podcast fast, big Bob on the snacks, and you know I'm in my bag when March can't beat it. Baby, I be drippin' with my foes tipping. Shot out to the ballers, no bull like I'm Pippin. Rick Blaze hit him with the freestyle. SimWorld Hoops, man, them boys wild.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
And then when their lead expanded, they turned into a highlight machine, except for the problem was there was no film in the camera.
About you.
welcome into the Thomas and Mack Arena here from Las Vegas, Sin City, Nevada, where the number 24 UNLV Running Rebels are going to take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders here in Game 2 of our SimWorld U doubleheader. I'm Jason J.K. Candell, joined alongside my broadcast partner for this one, Siege. How are we doing, Siege?
Doing great. I actually begged CBS to let me call this one. I doing it for free tonight, JK, just so I get a chance to watch Nat Hawkins front row. Pretty excited about this one.
Yes, and I was in the booth for Nat Hawkins' masterful 49-point performance against Arkansas that went to double overtime in UNLV's last outing. That was I surely had my popcorn on tap for that one, and with Nat Hawkins on the floor, you're certainly going to need it. But let's talk about this UNLV team outside of Nat Hawkins. What does this team need to do if they want to extend their win streak to 3?
I'll tell you what, Nat Hawkins is a force, and he can be a force down low. He's 6'7", 234, definitely still a load, very athletic. My concern is outside of him, Sky Durant not playing still. So outside of him, you've got Keontae Smythe at 6'11". But other than the freshman at 6'11", there is not a lot of size in this front court for UNLV. And when you look at this Texas Tech team, they are massive up front. Tyrell Thompson standing 7 foot. Malik McNeil standing 7'1". He's projected to be a draft pick in the upcoming year. And Braden Grasso, 6'9". He's a little more mobile. He plays the 3 for them. So, I mean, this team is big. So I think what they're going to need to do is they're going to have to be tough inside. That's going to happen a lot tonight. We're going to see a lot of them going down low, probably trying to slow the pace of the game. This Texas Tech team, 70 points per game, 45th in the nation in points per game. They tend to like to slow the other team down because of the size that they can play with. So I think they're going to try to do that. This running Rebels team needs to get them out of their flow. They need to run, and they need to play their game, and they need to have their game out-rule what Texas Tech tries to do, because if they're able to do this over and over again, it is going to be an issue all night for the running Rebels.
Yeah, and there goes that man 2 times already in this game. Malik McNeil looking like he's going to be a fixture in SWBA mock drafts, whether it be in the whether he sneaks into the late first round or in the second round where he's projected right now. The 7'1" senior has really turned it on for this team. Inside UNLV, can't get the shot to go, is Montel Cage. Going the other way is Texas Tech. I love this front court for Texas Tech. You brought it up, Siege. I really like Malik McNeil. I think he's really underrated 1-2. And pairing him with the freshman, Tyrell Thompson inside right there, gets that one to go. 6-0 lead for the Red Raiders here in Vegas. The visitors off to a blazing start in this one, I should say.
Absolutely. I mean, they're doing exactly what you could expect them to do. They came out, they know they have a size advantage, and they likely also are fully aware that they're going to have issues running Rebels if Nat Hawkins gets one to go. So they're going to continue to slow this down, throw it into the post, look for mismatches. Anytime, right there you go. Anytime you don't have Keontae Smythe on Tyrell Thompson and Malik McNeil, it's a mismatch. So that's going to be a constant theme throughout this whole game. Let's just hope that Nat Hawkins, as we see him again, has the firepower to keep them in this one.
And the foul there, Nat Hawkins. Tyrell Thompson called for that one, but he's going to the line for 3 right now. Has all 4 of the UNLV points. Has a chance to make this a 3-point deficit for the home team. We know what he did in his last outing. That 49-point double-double in that double overtime thriller against number 6 Arkansas. Talk about a game right there. If you weren't on the SWBA radar before that, you certainly are now.
I mean, look, I'll tell you, people seem to act like Nat Hawkins, we didn't already know he was a phenomenal draft prospect. I've been screaming it from the rafters since before the season starts. This guy is not just an SWBA prospect. He's likely a top 10 pick in my book. I would not be surprised if he keeps up this pace of play with the size that he has and the fluidity he has in his game, his ability to play from multiple spots on the floor. If you see him climb his way to a top 5 pick in this coming SWBA draft.
I wouldn't be surprised either, but Tyrell Thompson looking to battle Nat Hawkins tonight. Gets that shot to go. 6 already in this game for Tyrell Thompson. But UNLV, they can play through their guards as well. Jarrell Beauchamp, a guy that had 22 points in that victory over Arkansas. He's a guy that, as good as Nat Hawkins is, he can score with the best of them. We saw it at SimWorld Prep with SimWorld Oceania, and he's done that too at the start off of SimWorld career. Long two right there. Hit off the front of the rim. Nothing really there for UNLV. Phenomenal defensive possession there from Texas Tech to run down the shot clock and to force UNLV into a bad shot.
And I mean, that's that can do that all game. This isn't, I'm going to be honest, as much as I love Nat Hawkins, and I think everyone has to know that I'm the biggest Nat Hawkins supporter you're going to find. I'm not just a supporter, I just know ball. But if they are going to, Texas Tech can do that on the defensive end all game, this is going to be a long game for UNLV, despite however much Nat Hawkins is able to put up, as he continues to be the only scorer who's able to get the going here for UNLV right now.
Taking the ball up for USC right now, or Texas Tech, I should say. Aiden Tesley. Tesley finds McNeil inside. Great defense from Keontae Smythe. Rebound to UNLV. 16:05 to play in this first half. Texas Tech with the lead. Nat Hawkins put a body bag inside with the slam. Nat Hawkins, we know what that man can do. The junior is a high flyer, Siege.
I'll start taking apology forms from everyone who said that it was a little early when I put that out about Nat Hawkins after they'd only played one game this year. I'll take apology forms from everyone who didn't believe me in the preseason. That this guy is the truth. He is the truth when it comes to prospects. He's a hell of a college basketball player, and when it comes to prospects, he is the cream of the crop.
Certainly. And USC trying to muster up some offense, or UNLV trying to muster up some offense right now. Inside and the putback. Oh, showing off that athleticism right there.
You're not even going to be able to do that at 6'7", 234. That's too much weight to get off the ground that high in the air. That's like when they tell you at the beginning of the Bee movie that the bee scientifically shouldn't be able to fly to its weight distribution in its body. That's what we just saw from Nat Hawkins. He's literally a bumblebee taking flight.
Yeah. Keontae Smythe called for that early foul. Malik McNeil going to the line. Smythe fouled out before the end of regulation against Arkansas in their last outing at the Thomas and Mack Center. They need him to stay out of foul trouble against a severely advantaged Texas Tech front court.
I mean, that they will, and they're going to continue doing it. You're going to see them go to them all night, and that's even more dangerous thought to me here is that a couple of the maybe bigger dudes that Texas Tech does have finds themselves in foul trouble trying to keep up with the post play from this Texas Tech team.
Definitely. McNeil at the line. Second one up, second one good. 4-point lead for Texas Tech. 15 minutes to play in this first half. We appreciate you for joining us. I'm JK, joined alongside Siege. Beauchamp trying to get something going right now. Not a lot there for UNLV right now. I really like these guards for UNLV. They're a really underrated group. I like Montel Cage, besides his free throw shooting, and I really like Jarrell Beauchamp. 3 UNLV, and it's good. 1 point deficit for the Rebels. A lot of red in this game, Siege.
Yes, there is. The Red Raiders, the Running Rebels. It's a red game. Malik McNeil is going to look. This is also a game, and this is something to note. This is the first game of the year. They've played 9 games thus far. This is the first game of the year Texas Tech has on national TV. They're getting on PBS. You know what? Actually, let me pause that thought right there. And I actually have receipts. On this Nat Hawkins things. Trayvon Patrick, Justin Zhang, Jackson Sutton. Tony Henderson, I saw you guys all didn't really believe me. Oh, I need to see more. I'll take your apology forms. And next time I tell you that a prospect is that guy, you should probably just believe me. But back to the other thought, JK. Sorry about that. This is Texas Tech's first nationally broadcast game that they've had the pleasure of having all season. Malik McNeil is going to take this opportunity to get more eyes on him and show what he can do at 7'1" with a very, very smooth post game.
Inside, can't get the shot to go. He would have given UNLV the lead right there. Nat Hawkins, 12 of the 15 points for the Running Rebels. And Texas Tech steps out of bounds there. Just a mishap. It's these unforced errors that lose teams games.
Look, I hate to harp on this, but like you said, Nat Hawkins, 12 of the 15 points that UNLV has. I don't know if we got any math nerds out there, and who knows what'll go this way, but he's on pace to score more than that game he had against Arkansas. So we'll see what happens, but I mean, that's what I'm telling you, that game was not a fluke. Yes, he got 2 overtimes, extra time, but that game was not a fluke. He is that guy. We're going to keep seeing it, and I'm going to keep talking about it.
Certainly. Pull-up jumper right there. Cannot go for Nat Hawkins. He's been there all game long. But these Texas Tech guards, I'm interested to see how they're going to handle Jarrell Beauchamp. Trying to find something inside. Drawing a little bit of contact. No call right there. That's Chris Carter, the Jersey Village native. He's from Texas.
Yeah, well, you said Jersey.
Over Keontae Smythe, too. Keontae Smythe is no slouch in the post. We know that. Vader, Nat Hawkins, no good. For Texas Tech on the rebound. That's Braden Grosso. Inside Red Raiders. And they get it. 5-point lead for the Red Raiders.
I'll tell you what, Braden Grosso is another guy who, right now, you're not going to find him on a lot of SWBA big boards or mock drafts, things like that, but he's a guy who can play himself into a potential spot on a roster this year. 6'9", he moves pretty well, he's a good defender. He's one of those guys who he's not flashy, so he doesn't climb up those boards like that, but he is someone to watch. He's an impressive talent. We'll see if he's able to find a space on a roster. I believe there's a space for him somewhere.
Beautiful. That's right there. Inside, Malik McNeil gonna kick it back out to Harrison Hicks right there. Hicks finds Grosso. McNeil, shot clock winding down. 1-2, and it's good. I don't even know how you defend that. Aiden Teasley.
It was a great defensive possession. They ran the shot clock down. It wasn't a great shot they got, but I mean, great passing from Texas Tech.
Yeah, and UNLV calls timeout. We're going to be back.
Non sono io l'infiltrato. Mi mancata di rispetto. Le vostre madri si vergognerebbero di voi. Parla proprio come noi!
Welcome back to Paradise, Nevada right now, Sin City. We don't endorse gambling action here on CBS, but what we do endorse is great SimWorld U basketball, and that's what we've gotten so far between Texas Tech and UNLV. Texas Tech, Malik McNeil, 10 points, getting overshadowed by the 12 from Nat Hawkins. What do we have to say about the senior big man?
Well, I wouldn't call it overshadowed at all because Malik McNeil's team's up 7 right now. Malik McNeil he is one of those guys who's flown under the radar so far to the casual fan, to most fans. But I mean, 7.1 is a senior, averaging about 16, 2, and 6. Not insane numbers, but those are good numbers. And when you look at his size and his footwork in the post, what I really want to talk about, and his awareness in the post, he knows when to get rid of the ball. He knows how to move without the ball in the post, get to his spots. Malik McNeil is a guy who I think you're going to see in the SBBA find a kind of backup big role pretty quickly because of his talent. And I could see him developing into a guy that ends up as a starting center in the league one day.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. He's got the size, he's tough. But UNLV, Keontae Smythe is tough too, inside Cage. Trying to penetrate the defense. Beautiful pass. Inside right there. Great play right there. That Canyon, was that Canyon Waring? Canyon Waring. So known for his shooting right there. Texas Tech with a inside. Smythe playing tight. Had the open shot. Doesn't take it. Surprisingly, is Braden Grosso.
That's part of his game I would like to see him expand. He's big and he's got good movement for a guy his size. But if he can even get and that's not usually his game, but that's a great shot right there. But if he can hone in on that, the mid-range shot, and even become a little better from beyond the arc, Braden Grosso absolutely will find a place in the league.
Absolutely, and that's a great long two right there. 7-point lead for Texas Tech. This is a team that's really struggled early on this season. They won their last game against St. Mary's, but they lost 4 in a row before that. They've lost 4 of their last 5. They're 3-6, and they've definitely struggled early on. But it looks like they're really finding their rhythm early in this game against a team that really looks like they can be doing some damage in the number 24 UNLV Running Rebels. But let's talk about SimWorld Sports. You're here, you're tuned in. We want you to stay here. Discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops. Join us. The best AI sports events, best community interactive world. Can't find anything better, ain't that right, Siege?
You will not find anything better. Not only is it the best role-playing immersive experience that you're going to find, but it also just simply, it's the best looking. You can go look at some other ones, whatever. You're not going to find anything where you're going to get the production value you get here in SimWorld View, whether it's on CBS, SimWorld TV, ESPN, whatever it is. You're going to find the best stuff you can find here. You're not going to find as much news as you're going to find here in SimWorld. Round-the-clock media coverage, and I mean literally around the clock. Tell me the last day that you didn't see any coverage. It's actually absurd, the coverage that we got. And speaking of, I actually, JK, try this into the game we got right here. Just got a text from our biggest SimWorld prep junkie. I know we got some prep junkies out there watching. Here with the name Devontae Schindler, number 21 ranked recruit, 7-footer for the Rocky Mountain Monsters, I believe is the name of his club. He had previously committed, or verbally committed, to Boise State. I'm getting word from Maestro, our biggest SimWorld prep junkie that I know, that he's heard that Schindler has reopened his recruiting after recently receiving offers from the likes of Arkansas, Kansas, and this UNLV Running Rebels team who could use his help in the front court. So that's an interesting development, this UNLV team. While they're looking okay without the help up front, they're going to need some help replacing the size that Matt Hawkins does bring. That could be a big grab for them if they can get him over the top schools.
Yeah, and I really like Devontae Schindler's game just because we're talking about him. Stolen right there. Matt Hawkins gets stripped of it. But talking about Devontae Schindler, he was really, really big for the Rocky Mountain Monsters in that run-to-one run. We know about Justin Bell, what he's doing to Villanova, what Lucas Banks is doing over at Marquette before his injury. But they still have Ding Pate, and they still have Devontae Schindler, and that team's really going to do some damage in that.
So it's a program that absolutely can crank out some players. Absolutely. It's a program that absolutely can crank out some players. And speaking of cranking out something, Matt Hawkins going to keep cranking out the buckets. That's what he does. He runs the floor so well. That's a small part of the game people don't talk about enough. But Matt Hawkins, yes, he's a little undersized for a 4 or 5, but he runs the floor incredibly well. Superior athleticism he has, and he uses it to his advantage every time at a break.
Definitely. Shot clock under 10 in the corner right there. Not gonna opt not to take it. Inside. 3 up and no good for Chris Carter. UNLV with a chance to tie. And that's good. No. You don't want to see anything better than that. Jabari Winters, the sophomore guard. He's a bucket, man. Really, really underrated guard off the bench. It's a lot of Jarrell Beauchamp, Montel Cage, Jarrell Cook, a lot of Aya Wilson, but not a lot of Jabari Winters time.
There's some Matt Hawkins defense right there in case you're wondering if he can play both sides of the floor. And there he is, running the floor again. I'm telling you, this guy, there is not better must-see television. You can have your Cooper Flags, give me Nat. I also want to watch Cooper Flags. Don't take him away from me.
Dude, there's not was on the game before that. Shout out, Duke.
I'm well aware. I just like there's not better must-see TV. Maybe he's right there with him, but Nat Hawkins is must-see basketball.
Controversial call right there. Jabari Winters got knocked down, but they call him for the blocking foul. Thought that was gonna go against the Red Raiders, but I guess not. Nat Hawkins has been everywhere tonight. You're talking about him. We get to see some replays right there of that block on Tyrell Thompson. Tyrell Thompson, very promising young freshman, but Nat Hawkins is a different beast.
That's a 7-footer right there. Tyrell Thompson is a true 7-footer, and what you saw there, you saw both hands up like that, verticality, landed beautifully. That was all timing. That was all athletic and defensive timing from Nat Hawkins on that block, just showing off more of the talent and skill that he has. I mean, he is a joy to watch.
Certainly, but if we're talking about the list of most exciting players to watch in SimWorld U, you know who really tops the list for me? DJ Wagner. Watching him against UNLV here just less than a week ago, that was one of the most fun games of the season, and I don't think that anybody can or will deny that.
No, I mean, I certainly won't. DJ Wagner has been electric his whole basketball career. Great all-around guard, can do a lot of things really well. I'd like to see defensively him up that game a little bit before he goes to play in the SWBA, but I got no complaints about that kid's game. Joy to watch, fun to watch, and he's got that Arkansas team rolling, despite the loss to St. Mary's last night. But we know St. Mary's is a very good basketball program. There's no shame in losing to them on the road. But I mean, he's got that Arkansas team really rolling right now.
Certainly. And as for UNLV, we talk a lot about what Nat Hawkins can do. We talk a lot about what Jarrell Beauchamp can do. But Sky Durant hasn't played yet this season for UNLV. Do we know anything about his timetable? And how much scary will this team be when they get him back? Grosso called for the foul. Montel Cage going to the line right now to shoot two. Well, not particularly a strong free throw shooter though, Siege.
Well, I mean, from what I know, and Jarrell Beauchamp, not a great... He's a volume scorer. We know this about Jarrell Beauchamp. So if he decides to put up 40, he probably could, or he's going to give you like 18 on like 30% shooting. But, I mean, speaking of Sky Durant, Sky Durant's a very talented player, to be honest. He was the highlight of this incoming class for UNLV for me. Disappointing. I know what I'm hearing is that it's indefinite's the word they're using. They're not sure what the timetable looks like for a Sky Durant return, or if we'll even get one this year. But what I will say is, while he is more of a lanky 6'9", he is more size that they could use right now. That goes along with his perimeter talents, his scoring in the mid-range, which is excellent. He's going to add a lot of versatility to this UNLV team, next to another one of the more versatile guys you're going to find in SimWorld U and Nat Hawkins. So if they are lucky enough to get him back this season, he is going to add a lot to them if they can reintegrate him into this rotation and into this team efficiently.
Certainly. 6.5 to play in this first half. Inside, Thompson on Hawkins, puts the shot up and puts it in. 28-27.
People forget
Tyrell
about
Thompson, man.
You forget about Tyrell. He got overshadowed. Not his last year in SimWorld Prep, the second one by Aaron Payne, who's over with Baylor now. I mean, people forget about him.
Certainly. Inside Nat Hawkins. Hook shot right there.
Up to 18, I believe.
Siege, let me just remind you, this is supposed to be an objective broadcast of SimWorld U basketball here on CBS. Let's give people what they want. It is an
objective broadcast, JK. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. It's an objective broadcast. Now Hawkins is absolute phenom. Enjoy.
Definitely. Objectively, yeah. Going the other way is TTU. Inside Thompson, and it's good. 3-point deficit for UNLV. Their issue right now is nobody not named Nat Hawkins can muster any offense.
Give it back to Nat. I know it's objective. Just give it to Nat. Give it to Nat.
Beauchamp.
This is Las Vegas. This is an entertainment city. I want to be entertained. Show me more Nat.
Let's just make sure we're giving the people the PG entertainment in this establishment siege because it may be Sin City, but the only sin here is what UNLV's doing on this basketball court right now. Jarrell Beauchamp, beautiful jumper right there. In his face, doesn't matter.
There's absolutely nothing PG about a disgusting Nat Hawkins dunk. Nothing. PG-13 at the best.
PG-13 at the best. Reminds me of PG-13, what he can do when he's like that. Inside, Tyrell Thompson trying to get another shot to go. No good. Rebound, Hawkins. Hawkins running the floor.
Oh, jeez. Jeez, Sean Frank.
Decides to opt for the pass right there. Interesting approach right there. Beauchamp from 3. It's good. UNLV takes the lead 34-32 with just over 4 minutes to play in this first half. We talk a lot about Nat Hawkins. JB is a stud in the making.
I want him on the floor. Watch him get to his spot. But don't let UNLV get Beauchamp going next to Nat Hawkins. If you get a second scorer, Nat Hawkins is already a lot to handle.
Except they're barely clinging on to a lead with just Hawkins stepping up, so. Inside, beautiful Euro step. Inside play make, no good. Texas Tech can't get that one to go. A little bit too much flair there. 3-point jumper, no good.
More phenomenal defense than the last one. From Nat Hawkins, more phenomenal defense.
Inside finger roll layup. Yes, sir. That's Texas Tech tying this game up at 34.
We got ourselves an absolute great game here on CBS. Man, do I love college hoops. SimWorld U, you're a blessing.
Kyrie Irving, Melo.
What's up, Melo?
Did you hear what Foot Locker is doing with the Week of Greatness?
Dropping the freshest kicks as always.
They're doing a lot more than that. Instead of using some big-name athletes and celebrities in the commercials, they're using them to do some good in the world.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Kyrie is me. Carmelo, of course I'm sure.
I need to call Anthony Davis. He's gonna love this.
What's up, Kyrie? I just heard. That's super cool they're doing that.
I know.
That's definitely gonna raise a few eyebrows.
I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Yo, Porzingis, you hear what Foot Locker's doing for the Week of Greatness this year?
Well, James Harden, I assume they're dropping more hot new sneaker releases than ever?
Of course, but they're also using all the big name athletes and celebrities to do some good in the world.
So instead of being in a commercial like usual, they're out in the real world doing good? That's cool.
Using all the big name athletes and celebs to do some good instead of being in a commercial? Sure is a cool idea. Or my name isn't Damian Lillard.
Gentlemen, the open house is over. You'll have to be on your way.
What? Don't you know who we are? Back to some SimWorld U basketball here on CBS between number 24 UNLV and Texas Tech. We got just over 3 minutes to play in this first half, and we're knotted up at 34 despite a masterful 17 minutes of play from Nat Hawkins. But I want to talk about Tyrell Thompson on the other sideline seat, because this kid grew up with a single mom, and honestly, when we spoke to him, he just said he was trying to make it out of the hood. Let's just talk about this kid's journey and how it's reaping benefits with what he's done on the floor tonight, because it is a phenomenal story.
I mean, he is a hard worker. We saw that when he was even in high school. For a lot of prep junkies who watched him out there with the H-Town Hoopers. Phenomenal player, a really hard worker. I think he has more talent than he's gotten to show up until this year with Texas Tech. He always was willing to take a backseat, kind of play a role that was needed from him, and he is getting a chance to kind of shine with this Texas Tech team. Even next to an SWBA prospect in Malik McNeil, he's a great example. If he chose a school for the playing style they had, regardless, he knew that Malik McNeil was there and was likely going to get more touches in the post than him. But regardless, he is getting his shine here, and he made a great choice of school.
Definitely. But Keontae Smythe and one going to the line for three to give UNLV potentially a 3-point lead. Foul on Malik McNeil. A lot of hair dye between these two big men.
Well, you know, it's the fashion these days, JK. I don't, it's the cool thing to do. It went away. You know, Dennis Rodman did a lot of it, and it went away for a while. I guess no one wanted to be like old Rodman. But you know, it's making a comeback. Making a comeback for sure.
From the line and gets it. 3-point lead. And these fans are getting loud. They want some defense to be played on Malik McNeil, and they get it rejected right there. No answer for Texas Tech. The quickness of UNLV is too much, but Jarrell Beauchamp trying to make this lead even bigger, make it a bigger hole to climb. Inside Smythe, right back to him. The freshman to the freshman right there.
They got to get Malik McNeil back more involved in this game on the offensive end right now.
McNeil, good. Another rebound, UNLV. Just 2 minutes.
You cannot be rushing shots like that if you're Texas Tech. We talked about it at the top of the broadcast. This UNLV team, they're going to look to play fast, and you cannot take rush shots if you're Texas Tech right now. Right now, this Texas Tech team needs a timeout right now. Stop this bleeding, get back to what they do, give their guys a breather, whatever they need to do. But if they go down by much more than this right now, the way that their team is built and the way this UNLV team is built, it is going to be hard for them to make a comeback. They got to make something happen right now.
90 seconds to play in this first half. Jump shot right there. Braden Grosso. We talked about his size, showing off the jumper tonight.
Grosso.
Wilson finds Beauchamp. Back to Io Wilson. Staten Island native inside. That tough. A.O. Wilson, excuse me.
Rush shots from Texas Tech is going to kill them. That's going to kill them if they continue to do that.
UNLV. Open shot, Aaron pass though. Jarrell Beauchamp had a great look. It's a little bit too much mustard on that pass from Keontae Smith. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. You were ready, Siege, weren't you?
I was ready. It's okay. Stop taking rush shots. They're making, and it's worth noting the UNLV's making this little run that they've had here, where we've now got the biggest lead that we've seen from them all game. Where they just worked for that last Texas Tech bucket, but they're making this run without Nat Hawkins in the game, and that is concerning for me if I'm Grant McCasland.
Absolutely, McCasland in year 2 at Texas Tech, and I'm really optimistic about the future of this program with Tyrell Thompson coming in. But Beauchamp, long three to end the half, no good. 41-36 lead for the Rebels in front of their home crowd at the Thomas and Mack Center here at halftime in this SimWorld Hoops basketball broadcast.
Yeah, what a great game we've had here in the first half. I'm really looking for Texas Tech to get back to what they were doing to start this game. What was able to kind of give them such a good start to this game, kind of a jump start. It really had the lead look like they were controlling it, despite Nat Hawkins kind of looking as great as he did. Was they were playing through their bigs, they were playing slow, they were taking good shots, and they've kind of to end that half, they were rushing shots. Looks like they got a little bit panicked when UNLV took a lead. They need to calm down. This Texas Tech team needs to calm down, get back to what was working for them. Nat Hawkins is going to do his thing. Nat Hawkins is likely going to have upwards of 30 points. He might have another 40-point game tonight. You can't stop that. It's going to happen. They need to get back to doing what they can control on the offensive end. If they can do that, they're going to still have a great chance at winning this one.
Yep, and second half action coming right up. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang!
Now there's a steal by Murr. Underneath the DJ.
What's this gonna be? Lead pass. Stop it! Stop it! Do not do him like that! Goes to roll. Ran to the three-pointer out front. Hit him! Yes, he did! Iguodala up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. Decide not to use it. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life. Come down.
Really
Welcome back to some second half action here from the Thomas and Mack Center here in sunny Las Vegas. Siege, that was a tough way to end the first half for UNLV, but for Texas Tech, I should say. For UNLV has their biggest lead of the game right now. What do they need to do if they want to hold on to it?
Keep playing through Malik McNeil. That was a good look there for Grasso to start. They were patient. They found the open man once the double came from McNeil. I mean, if they keep doubling McNeil, which is a smart move by UNLV, it's what kind of got them to this point. You're not supposed to be able to fly like that. You're 6'7", about 240. That's not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen, JK. And if that keeps happening, who knows what else could happen? I could win $1 million here in Vegas tonight.
Are you gambling, Siege? Do we need to launch an investigation into one of our own team members?
I don't gamble on this. I don't do that. I don't do that. How dare you?
Please let us know if you believe Siege. I personally do not, but UNLV takes a 7-point lead with 18:55 to play here. Inside, McNeil draws the double. Jump ball right there, and UNLV takes it. Costly turnover right there from Malik McNeil, and a bit of a head scratcher. I don't know why UNLV wasn't doubling him sooner, because they're putting the pressure on.
Put the pressure on him. I mean, he scored about 8 before they started doubling him, but that was a quick 8. And they were smart to start doing it, but they've been giving him this leverage. Great heads-up move there by Montel Caves. Malik McNeil looking for a pass and was able to get his hands on the ball there. Just top two. It's 6'7", 240 pounds on a back cut. How do you not know where he is at all times, JK?
How you lose sight of a guy like Nat Hawkins? He's so quick, so strong. He's everything so well. I promise we are not like our friends at NBC with Patrick Mahomes. We need to calm down right now. Inside, great defense right there. Texas Tech still gets the shot though, despite their 7-point deficit. What do the Red Raiders need to do if they want to get back into this one? How do you handle that double team from UNLV and the suffocating defense on Malik McNeil after that teasing layup?
Work through Tyrell Thompson. I mean, they're not doubling him yet. Work through Tyrell in the post. He's got the talent to do so. You can play a little high-low post with McNeil and Tyrell if you have Malik up there on the elbow, he's more comfortable on the block. But you know what? That'll work too. Like I said, play through Tyrell. But you got to get those two bigs kind of moving together, getting positions where they're a little space from each other, but they can make the pass to one another. That's what I'm looking to do. Keep playing through those big men. Don't get discouraged by the doubles that come so far. And you know what? That shot went in, JK, but I'd like to see a better shot than that.
3-point deficit for Texas Tech. Grant McCasland has done things well to turn this program around, but it looks like it's going to be a long rebuild down in Lubbock. The Big 12 has a lot of strong teams. I think Texas Tech is near the bottom of the list. Great shot right there by Montel Kirch.
Oh, you know, it's historically a great conference. It's what they do. So I mean, and Texas Tech in recent years hasn't had like terrible struggles. You know, you call it a rebuild, but they've got talent, young talent already. Got an SWBA guy, so I mean, rebuild. And he does miss the pass right there to a wide open cutter. But this Texas Tech team, you never know what can happen. It's early in the season. Yes, they're 3-6 at the moment, but they've got the talent. If they can continue figuring things out, this game would be a huge momentum swing for their season right now. So we'll just have to see what happens with them.
Certainly, and we're talking about their recent successes. What about Jarrett Culver and that 2019 quad, a team that went on to the national championship, beat my Michigan State Spartans in the quad. Triple right there, Teasley, and it's good. Aiden Teasley makes it a 2-point deficit for the Red Raiders.
Are you teasing me, Teasley?
Nat Hawkins inside. Tyrell Thompson is struggling.
Check the rim.
And Texas Tech calls timeout. McCasland's going to talk things over with his group. Don't go anywhere. Final 16 minutes on tap. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in sunny Las Vegas. 4-point lead for the UNLV running Rebels here in Paradise, Nevada, Thomas and Mack Center. But this is game 2 of our SimWorld U doubleheader. We had a great game 1 earlier. Duke and Temple squared off, and Duke's been in the news recently. They have Cooper Flagg, but they've been in the news for their new recruits, talking a little about their drama with Heartland's Justin Zhang for my SimWorld prep junkies out there. And they even secured a commitment from Pablo Guzman. Let's talk about this season.
Yeah, you know, it's Duke. They always got one of the top 5 recruiting classes. More often than not, the number 1 one. I mean, it's I mean, they're Duke. Not a lot to say. They're going to keep doing what they're doing. Who doesn't? What kid growing up playing basketball doesn't dream of playing for Duke? I'd say probably at least like 50 to 60% of kids would just dream at the chance to play for Duke.
I was a kid, I wanted to play for Duke, and now I can't stand Duke. So,
because you couldn't play for him.
Nat Hawkins can do it all. Post moves right there, 6-point lead for UNLV. But shout out Pablo Guzman for what he did in the SimWorld Global Hoops Challenge.
Well, I mean, you know, the last Pablo to come through Duke is doing very well in the SWBA, so hopefully he'll have the same luck.
Nat Hawkins calling for the foul right there, and one Tyrell Thompson. Chance to get 3 at the line right now, making a 3-point deficit.
You know what, JK? I wouldn't mind watching Nat Hawkins and Tyrell Thompson go bucket for bucket right now. I wouldn't hate it. Oh, well, Nat Hawkins coming off the floor. Never mind. Hate it.
I was about to say, I don't think you're going to get that. Nat Hawkins called for his second. Head coach Kevin Kruger wants to keep him out of foul trouble. Not trying to repeat the ghosts of games past where Keontae Smythe fouled out before regulation even ended against Arkansas in that double OT thriller. Thank you, Michael Jackson. But
no problem.
3 UNLV. It's good. Jarrell Beauchamp.
It's another good shot for UNLV. They're holding on to this lead pretty tight. Tech doing everything they can, but it's been great play for UNLV from about the 8-minute mark in the first half on.
UNLV ball right there. Swatted in the air like we're playing volleyball. McNeil inside. Draws the foul and one. Keontae Smythe going on the line. Keontae Smythe, that's his second. Will we see Kevin Kruger take him out as well?
You can't have Keontae Smythe and Nat Hawkins out of the game at the same time.
Let the offense run through my boy JB, man. Jarrell Beauchamp. He can handle it.
It's not about the offense, JK. It's not about the offense. It's about the 2 7-footers staring you in the face who are wearing Texas Tech on the front of their chest. You can't have Smythe and Nat Hawkins out of the game. They're really your only 2 rim protectors. That's one of the issues for me with this UNLV team. And as much as I love Nat Hawkins, it's why I don't know how much I trust them as true, contenders, so to say. If you have the best player on the court, which 99% of the time they will, you've always got a chance. But the depth at the front court is an issue for this team.
UNLV trying to waste some time right now. They have a 3-point lead. Inside and the slam. No good though. Missed it. Texas Tech will not maintain possession. That's going to stay with UNLV.
Oh, UNLV gets second chance there after an absolutely you call that a barbecue because there's smoked ribs right there. Terrible stuff. You dunk the basketball, you put it in the hoop, not off the rim. That's what you're supposed to do.
Certainly. Shot clock expiring for UNLV. You're going to be forced into a really long bad shot right now. Inside, draws the foul. Bad, or no foul, excuse me. That's shot clock violation. Thought there was a little bit of contact right there. Surprised nothing was called, but bad mistake by UNLV. But one that you can afford because it wasted a good amount of time.
It's a little, to me, it's a little early to start wasting time. Bad clock management from this UNLV squad, but it's because they got that second chance on the out of bounds. They didn't have quite as much time as I think they thought they did. Forgot that the shot clock doesn't reset on an out of bounds.
And that's a foul right there. UNLV's third through just 7 minutes of this half. Jarrell Cook, the third, sophomore guard, who they play at the 3 kind of. They play with that 3 guard starting lineup. So he's their third guard in the lineup. They typically like to play him a little bit. Play him on the wing. Gets called for that one. At the line right now, Chris Carter doesn't get it to go. Really costly for Texas Tech. You could have made it a 1-point deficit, but not anymore.
Right. JK, you know what? That's inexcusable to me. If you're 5'6", you should never miss a free throw. You're 5'6", you should never miss a free throw. Sure, hard over height. But you should never miss 2 free throws at the line. You're 5'6". What are you bringing to the court if you're not making your free throws?
Suno Chapa told me this when I spoke to him. He said that free throws are called free for a reason. You can't be leaving points on the board. And I think it's a great point. There's a reason that coaches call them the easiest shot, the players call them the free shot. Free is in the name. There's no excuse to be missing them.
Not a lot of things are free in life. Free throws are.
Great play right there. Inside. Canyon Waring working the offensive boards right there to extend the lead to 5 for UNLV with 13 minutes to play in this one.
JK, that's one thing Texas Tech absolutely cannot afford, is to be outworked on the glass, especially on that side of the ball. I mean, the advantage that they have is their size and the talent that they have in the front court. You absolutely cannot let them outwork you on the boards. And at the moment, they are getting out-rebounded 20 to 15 by this UNLV squad.
Certainly.
Is it time to get Nat Hawkins back in this game? Is it time yet?
No, gotta rest him up for a couple more minutes. This is a close game. You want him in for the final 10 minutes. I think you can afford to sit him for a little bit longer if you're UNLV, and that certainly helps with a steal right there. Texas Tech can't get that pass inside to go. Intercepted. But UNLV staying strong on the offensive end. Gonna control the pace right now, waste their time. Mike is in the game though, but they go back to Canyon Waring. 4 straight for Canyon Waring, 4 clutch straight for Canyon Waring.
I mean, this UNLV team, they've actually been able to go on a couple runs when Nat Hawkins has been out of the game, which is a promising thing for them. Again, you're 5'6" and you get a wide open 3. You hit those. You hit those. I'm sorry, I hate to hump on your height, but you're 5'6". You make your threes. Now it's a 10-point game because they made their threes.
Jarrell Beauchamp. Corner 3 right there. Beautiful play. Chris Carter right back inside. Misses the layup. Grant McCaslin reaming his players. But McNeil is there to get the slam to go. He comes out of the bullpen and makes it happen.
Well, they're going to need more of that. They need something to light a fire under this team right now because, as we said, they're not quite built to make a big comeback. So they got to start chipping away new.
They don't have the guards to contend with UNLV's floater right there off the glass. The bank is open here in Las Vegas.
Bank's always open 24 hours here in Las Vegas. Got to be able to get those funds.
And Texas Tech wants to talk things over. McCaslin not happy with what he's seeing. With 11:35 to play in the second half, we're going to give you a quick reminder for our SimWorld Prep junkies out there, which I hope all of you are. The Big Apple Classic in beautiful sunny New York. 11 a.m. Eastern on SimWorld TV. We got some of the SimWorld Prep heavy hitters. We got Beast of the East. We got Philadelphia Elite. I can't believe you don't want to tune into that.
I would like to, personally. Probably will. 2005 has looked really good when we've seen them so far. I mean, there's a lot of really good teams in this one.
I'm always going to be a Beast of the East guy. Coach Drayton is a very good friend of mine. Shout out Coach Drayton. I hope you're watching this right now, but Coach Drayton's one of the best basketball minds in all of SimWorld Hoops, and I hope to see him coaching SimWorld U soon.
I hate the version of blah blah blah. I don't think Beast of the East are slated to play in the Big Apple Classic.
Well, I'm just hyping up a good friend of mine then.
All right, fair enough. I do love me some Coach Drayton. He's a great coach. He's a great coach.
.34 to play. Carter's still in the game. McCaslin sticking with his guys. At what point do you kind of question the coaching right there? McNeil, another one going right there. 8-point lead for UNLV, but Texas Tech is staying right in it. One run and it'll stay close.
One run. I mean, it's they got to get stops though. That seems to be their issue right now. They've been unable to find stops.
Screen set right there for Beauchamp and the slam. Flight 25, ladies and gentlemen.
No, there's no stop, and now Hawkins isn't even in the game right now. Oh, he is now. He's back in. Thank God.
Siege, do you like donuts?
I do enjoy it. I'm on a cut right now, so I actually haven't had a donut in like 5 or 6 months, but I do love a good donut. I do love a good donut. You gonna ask me what my favorite place to get a donut is?
I was gonna ask you your favorite flavor because I'm assuming it's glazed with the way you're talking about Nat Hawkins right now.
That was pretty good, and I do think a classic glazed donut is oftentimes the best. It's the go-to. So I know you're trying to make a joke there, but yeah, glazed donuts are the king for sure. I mean, and I'm a Krispy Kreme guy, not a Dunkin' Donuts guy. So I mean, it's glazed donuts all the way, and I will continue. You can call it glazing all you want. Get out of here.
They are glazed donuts are great. Shout out Krispy Kreme. Braden Grosso called for that foul. But UNLV in this game, Nat Hawkins is back. But Siege, let's just talk about Texas Tech because their big man duo, 36 combined points, they're getting it done.
That is.
And they're gonna talk things over. We're gonna take a quick break.
Well, we did it. We sealed the bad out and the good in. Take a second and look around you. Go ahead. We have everything we've always wanted. We'll want for nothing.
Excuse me. I really love it here.
Thank you.
We have all these beautiful avocados from Mexico, but where are the chips?
I'm sorry?
The chips are outside.
Why are they outside?
The chips are outside!
I want a Chris Elliott autograph. Hi.
Wait! Please, avocados taste great on lots of things. See? Avocado toast. We can still make this work.
Oh, Wi-Fi's down.
No.
Avocados from Mexico.
And we're back. We experienced some minor technical difficulties. UNLV still leads by 6 with 9:36 to play here. And when we took our last break, we were talking about Siege's favorite donuts, but Nat Hawkins is back in the game. So Siege is back and ready to be locked in for the final 9.5 minutes of action here from Vegas.
It's not glazing when it's true, though. People overuse the word glaze. It's not glazing to call one of the best players in SimWorld U one of the best players in SimWorld U. It's not glazing. It's absolutely not glazing. Glazing is calling Cooper Flagg my beautiful, glorious king, because that's glazing. But telling you that Nat Hawkins is arguably a top 5 guy in the SW in SimWorld U that's not glazing to me. It's not glazing. But you know what? You can think what you want. I got shades on blocking out the haters here in Vegas tonight. I'm gonna have a night. You ever see the movie The Hangover? JK, you ever see that one?
Well, let's talk about our SimWorld U top performer, Chris Mitchell, with 0 points. I don't understand this pick, CBS.
Yeah, me neither.
Is it April Fool's Day? Is our production team playing pranks on us?
It might be. It might be, but my player of the game is Nat Hawkins.
My player of the game is also Nat Hawkins. My player of the game is also Jarrell Beauchamp. 20 points, 20 minutes, 14 points.
2 players in the game.
I will agree to disagree. Let's focus on the game action at hand right now. Texas Tech trying to muster up any offense they can find right now. 5 seconds forward. They're gonna be forced to do a long shot right now. McNeil trying to put the moves on Smythe, and it's a shot clock violation. UNLV basketball.
What a beautiful move, stolen from us by the shot clock. Well, I miss the era of basketball where there was no shot clock. I'll tell you that. Not really, but it would be cool.
Sir. Beauchamp for 3. Off the back rim. Texas Tech trying to get anything going. They're wasting too much time. Their guards are not consistent enough.
They're not Braden Grosso.
Thompson on Hawkins. Or Grosso on Beauchamp. Gets it done. Let's just talk about Braden Grosso. He's been the biggest breakout star of this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy. Again, another guy that if you watch tape and you know the talent, you know of Braden Grosso. He's got great size, great ability. I mean, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists right now. He's looking good for him. He's that kind of player, though. You're not going to see him put up 20, 30 in a game. It's not going to happen. Honestly, usually won't even see him get close to 20, but what he does, he plays a role. I mean, he's played more minutes in this game than anyone else for Texas Tech, and we see that often for them because of the way that he plays, the way that he can fill a role, and the way that he will take a back seat and just do the dirty work.
Absolutely, and every team needs guys that'll do that. And I feel like the guys that do that don't get enough love. That's why Draymond Green could be a Hall of Famer one day. He's the greatest role player in SWBA history.
I'm of the persuasion that Draymond Green will be a Hall of Famer. I am on that side of the fence.
All right, we're not here to talk about the SWBA though. McNeil doubled right there. They're gonna keep applying the pressure on him, trying to force him into mistakes. Triple right there from Grosso, off the front rim. UNLV defense catches a big break.
I'd like to see Grosso curl off that screen and go to the rack there. There's an open lane. That's not quite his game.
Deontay Smythe, what a slam. Big man, big slam. Really talented young player. I'm very enamored with this freshman.
He's a good big. He's a great big. Plays his role, plays it well, rebounds, defends. He's strong inside. And, you know, a guy that young that can do those things, you can mold him into a lot.
Exactly. SWBA scouts got to be watching. I know you watch a lot of Nat Hawkins with what he just did right there. Texas Tech calls timeout with a 10-point deficit. 10-point deficit for Texas Tech. Who doesn't love sports? It's always better with a friend. 5,000 EM signing bonus for head coach. Head coach referrals or superfans. Discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops. The only place where you can see the game and be the game.
Yeah, and I mean, while we're here, I'm going to give a shout out to the guys, you know, who are always with us right now. I see Biff out there. Everyone try not to get biffed out there, but I see Biff Markham out there. Benjamin Alexander, what's good? Coach Simpson, as always, you're there. Jackson Sutton, I forgive you for your transgressions against Nat Hawkins. He sucks. No, he does not. But thanks for being with us. If you sucked, you wouldn't be here. I see Cyrus out there. Good stuff. Good stuff, Cyrus. Love it when you're around. Wade Rhodes. Haven't seen you in a while, but I like to see you. B-Ron, don't get too crazy out there, but we are in Vegas, so hit me up after the game. We're going to wake up with a tiger in our room. If we're lucky, we'll have a tiger in our room when we wake up, you know what I'm saying? Coach Trey Pope, constant, consistent supporter. I mean, we got the homies are all here tonight. Thanks for being with us here in Sin City, Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas.
Sin City. Who doesn't love Las Vegas? Nat Hawkins surely does. A lot of home games early on this season for UNLV. I want to see what this team is made of once they hit the road. Long three, no good.
Clock's winding down here for Texas Tech. They got to get something going now. They're getting a couple more stops than they were before, but if they can't turn those into buckets, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's a moot point, Siege, but Grosso behind the back moves right to the hole and beautiful layup. That's exactly what that offense needed.
Bring me more Grosso.
I think Braden Grosso's been the breakout star of tonight. We know what a lot of the guys who are showing out can do. Braden Grosso's proving a lot of people right tonight, or wrong tonight. Nat Hawkins for his third foul. I wonder if we will see him return to the bench right now for Kevin Kruger.
I wouldn't think so. Maybe. Hey, but I mean, I would like to see him stay on the floor. The battle between Nat Hawkins.
When do you not want to see Nat Hawkins stay on the floor?
Never. Why would you ever want to see him off the floor? Again, I'm a fan of good basketball, and he plays good basketball. So that's really, it's really that simple. You can call it glazing, people can call it glazing, whatever. I'm a fan of good basketball, and he's a sensational basketball player. So for me, the more I get to watch him, the better. But the battle between him and the two bigs up front, and Deal and Tyrell Thompson, who have on their side combined for 42. Nat Hawkins got 28. Has actually been exceptional. I'm a big fan of in the paint ball, and we've seen a lot of good in the paint ball tonight from these two teams.
Absolutely. And I want to personally congratulate you, Siege. I heard, a little birdie told me, actually, that you and your longtime girlfriend tied the knot. Congratulations on the upcoming nuptials. Congratulations on the engagement. Everybody wish Siege congratulations on his engagement. Big ups. for one of the best broadcasters in the game.
Well, I just love engagement. If everyone else would just get engaged, you know what I mean? I just love engagement. It's just I'm all about engagement. It's all I do. It's all I think about. So I mean, it was just the logical next step.
Yes, well, congratulations from all of the SimWorld family inside Malik McNeil. Scoop and score right there from Malik McNeil. Really impressive big man. He's firmly on the second round radar in SWBA mock drafts. I think he can make his way into the first round, but not much more.
He will. He'll make his way into the first round. Don't be surprised when you see him in the late first. Absolutely. I mean, to me, it would honestly surprise me to see him fall to the second. You know how mock drafts go. They're not always the most accurate once you get to the later round, the later, latter half of the draft. So, I mean, and don't look now, but Malik McNeil has made it a 4-point game, and he's going to the line right now. This Texas Tech team, they are slowly chipping away at that 10-point lead. They're on a 6-0 run at the moment.
Yes, McNeil, one of the more underrated players on this team. But Malik McNeil, quite the interesting person. He loves to crack jokes. And he wants to financially support his family, is what I heard. That's something that's been super important to him throughout his career, is the ability to want to be able to financially support his family. So, gotta love the motivations from the senior big man, because that's as noble as they come, Siege.
East Point, Georgia. That's where he's from, and he wants to move up in the world. He's a hard worker. He deserves it. This is the second, but 3-point game.
Definitely. Nat Hawkins back in the game, still in the game, setting the screen right there, inside, and the roll and the slam. 5-point lead for UNLV. 4 minutes to play in this one. I know you're excited about that Nat Hawkins slam, Siege. I don't know why you're not talking.
Well, I don't want to get called. I don't want to get called a Glazer again, just for being excited about one of the best players in the world at this level. But
Snowflake.
Fun, whatever.
Teasley called for the reach-in foul. Aiden Teasley, that's his first of the game. And McNeil getting subbed out of the game right now by Grant McCaslin. Very interesting to see the rationale behind this one.
Why? Why would you do that? I'm watching a battle between two future SWBA players, and you're going to pull Malik McNeil out of the game? Why would you do that?
And a turnover forced by Texas Tech. Maybe McCaslin's onto something to get a defensive stop inside. Carasso gets it to go. Braden Carasso, and we got a game on our hands, Siege.
That we do. Carasso just making timely plays like he's been doing all the games. What he does.
Just plays with a lot of grit and plays with a lot of heart. And those are our favorite guys to watch as media members for SimWorld Hoops, for SimWorld U in general. 3 right there, UNLV, no good. Big offensive rebound though, a lot of time that can be wasted right now by UNLV. Screen set by Smythe. 4 seconds, 3, 2, long 3. That one's hauled in by Texas Tech.
That's one way to let the other team get back in the game, which they already have, but that's one way to let them continue doing it.
2 seconds on the shot clock, dude.
Yeah, but why didn't... Of course, I can see, JK. You don't let it get to 2 seconds on the shot clock with the ball in the hands of a guy 5 feet behind the three-point line when there's 2 minutes left in the game. That's the issue. Obviously, he shoots the ball there. Come on. Head in the game. They got to get a better shot than that.
Goes inside. Draws the foul. Braden Grosso called for his 3rd. With just 2 minutes, 19 seconds to play in this one. Nat Hawkins, one of the better free throw shooters on this team, iced the game at the free throw line against Arkansas, but has not made a free throw all night.
Oh, I mean, he can do it all. He can make free throws too. They're free, and Nat Hawkins takes what he wants, whether it's free or not. So, no surprise to me that he is efficient from the line.
Okay, Siege. Moving on.
What? Why are you making that weird? That's not a weird thing to say. They said that about Shaq too. On the floor, he takes what he wants. You can't stop him. That's what I'm saying. Why are you trying to make it weird? Some people have got their minds just all in the gutter, and it's really a shame.
Nah, I'm just making sure that we focus here. This is a very good game. And I want to make sure
he's taking what he wants. And Nat Hawkins is taking what he wants in this game right now. Close game. He goes to the rack, gets to the line, gets points.
Texas Tech going to talk things over. We'll be right back.
I've invited Pedro over.
Pedro, my man!
We need to talk about something.
Great. Let's talk. What's new, Pedro?
Look, Tim, for the past 12 years, Pedro and I have been having an affair.
What? I did not see that coming. At all. Pedro Jr., go to your room. Don't make that face. And take that ridiculous shirt off. Daddy loves you. Sorry, what were you talking about?
We're back here from the Thomas and Mack Center. 2:19 to play here. UNLV leads by 3, but Texas Tech is not going away. Malik McNeil, 26 points, 9 rebounds. Really impressive showing from the senior big man.
It's what he does. We know him to be a very, very good player, and he's shown it again tonight. Again, first time he's getting to show it on a nationally broadcasted game this season. I think it's going to open a lot of people's eyes to just how good Malik McNeil is.
I'm disappointed that we don't get to see a lot of Texas Tech on a nationally broadcasted landscape. It means that people are restricted from the potential that this team possesses. They're really fun to watch, and if they had a little bit more guards, I think they could be a little closer to the top of the Big 12.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a long season. You never know what will happen once we get into conference play. They can make their way up there by the end of the year. It's a long season, long way to go. After this one, they still got 20 games to play, and about 14, 15 of those are going to be in conference, high-intensity games. So excited to see what's to come for this team in Malik McNeil.
Certainly, 2 minutes to play. McNeil back in the game. We thought it was a puzzling decision. I'm sure he had a thought process behind it. Grosso with a jumper. Grosso, 1-point deficit for Texas Tech right now.
There he is again. Timely bucket there for Grosso.
Jarrell Beauchamp takes that. 3 for UNLV off the front rim. Texas Tech inside McNeil, and they have the lead right back.
It's crazy how quickly that happened. Blake McNeil now up to, I believe, 28 points on the game. He has been an absolute menace, shooting over 70% from the field. He cannot be stopped for this Texas Tech squad.
Shot no good there. Texas Tech hauls in that rebound. Tech trying to attack the basket again. Do what they do. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ejected. What a block right there.
by Jarrell Cook III. Whoa. Same with Texas Tech, but you need a bucket here if you want to put this UNLV team away.
Absolutely, and I've got an itching feeling on where they might go with this ball.
I think your suspicions will be correct. Inside, McNeil. Backtracking toward the three-point line. Has nothing. Grosso kicks it. Inside to Thompson. Inside to Grosso. Long three, no good. After the minute of play in this one, UNLV still trails, but they have a chance to take the lead with the bucket right now. I really wonder where you go with the ball for this one.
You gotta draw it in right here. You want to see him get closer to the rim there. Tough shots, kind of a little early in the shot clock.
Also inside and the slam. UNLV calls timeout. Number 24, Rowden Rebels are on the ropes. We'll be right back.
Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Hey there, big guy. You know, you look a little tired. Why don't you come over here and sit down? Yeah, come on. That's right, sit down.
Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
We're back. 39.3 to play here. Texas Tech leads by 3. 39 seconds away from an upset over number 4 UNLV. They're 2-1, fresh off that victory over Arkansas that really put this team on notice. But Texas Tech giving this team a fight.
Yeah, they are. I mean, look, we talked about this early in the game, that it was going to come down to the size for Texas Tech was going to be an issue. Malik McNeil sitting there with 28. You got Tyrell Thompson, who's got 19, and the 6'9", 240 Braden Grosso. Doesn't always play down low. He's hitting shots, from the mid-range and such. I mean, he's got 16 as well. You got the 3 of them. We talked about them at the top of the broadcast. They were going to be an issue, and they've combined for well over 60 points here tonight. So, I mean, it's been an issue for UNLV and something they'll certainly have to work on going forward.
UNLV's big issue was their size. They got eaten alive by those Arkansas big men. Hawkins can't get the shot to go. Smythe with the foul, his 4th. Going to the line for Texas Tech. One and one for Texas Tech. Going to the line, Dominique Risco. Only plays 20 minutes per game for this team. 4.7 points. 61% free throw shooter coming in this. Makes that one. Big shot though. 4-point lead for the Red Raiders. Upset that much closer. Risco makes it 5. UNLV timeout. Don't you go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because we surely aren't.
Yeah, and I mean, this Texas Tech team, I think they're a lot better than their record might suggest. Like we talked about it all night, they've got the talent, they've got size that rivals just about anyone here in SimWorld, and it's just not a shock to me that they're putting up the performance that they are tonight. But what is a shock to me is that you're watching this and you haven't liked it yet. That's a little absurd. I know we got some lurkers who aren't going to comment regardless, but thank you to those of y'all that are. Go ahead and share it around as well. Don't gatekeep the fun here. Like it, share it, comment on it, do it all.
Definitely. And tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, Oklahoma and Rutgers facing off only on SimWorld TV. 2 of the most electrifying young freshmen
and SimWorld U going at it, and Sino Choppa and Dylan Harper giving us Scarlet Knights in this one.
Yeah, it'll be a good game. I'll tell you that for sure.
Don't you miss that. Only on SimWorld TV will you see some of the greatest SimWorld sports action.
And don't forget, we're also going to have Creighton, South Carolina, and SimWorld U game in the week. But back to this point.
Definitely. UNLV gets trapped. Open three right there. Great look. Can't get it to fall. And Nat Hawkins with his 4th foul. It's looking like Texas Tech is going to pull off the shocking upset and win their 2nd in a row. Braden Grosso going to the line.
You know, this one wasn't, I hate to be that guy, it wasn't too shocking to me. You can identify that the weaknesses that this UNLV team had, and you can identify the strengths that this Texas Tech team had. And I think Texas Tech came out and they controlled the flow of the game. UNLV did go on a run for a period and they had the lead, but Texas Tech did exactly what you want them to do as a basketball fan, and they continued to play their game. They panicked for a second, got back on track, and now they're in a pretty good position to pull out this win.
Certainly. And Beauchamp with that foul right there, but it's pretty much moot. Texas Tech going to come away with the win in this one, improved to 4-6 on the young season. Their 2nd in a row after that victory over St. Mary's. Texas Tech team, very, very underrated.
But they are. I mean, that's something I think people forget about SimWorld U and college athletics in general, is that the parity that you'll see here is not like what you'll see in the SWBA, where there are teams that you know won't lose to a team on any given night. Unless you are a Duke in Alabama, I would say Kentucky, but even Kentucky, we've seen them fall recently a couple times. So, I mean, this is SimWorld U right here. You can't take anyone lightly, and this Texas Tech team showed us why tonight.
That's absolutely right. On CBS, 83-77 victory for the Texas Tech Red Raiders over number 24 UNLV. From the Thomas and Mack Center, I'm JK, joined alongside my good friend Siege. This is SimWorld U Basketball on CBS, the only place where you can see the game and be the game. Happy Thanksgiving, ladies and gentlemen.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sports.